Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a while. I had to deal with earlier this week a debilitating migraine that had me, hello Anna, that had me come home from work on Monday early and spend Tuesday in bed. So I apologize. I haven't been I did actually manage to record a live of my own of Katie Joy's, which was really quite interesting, and some other stuff. So I've been seeing what's been going on. It's been quite hello Janie Mac. It's been rather interesting, but apparently she was on live again and she allegedly showing texts text conversations or something. Look, I'm feeling okay at the moment. I've got a big weekend ahead, and next week's the last week of school before holidays. So by Thursday next week, I'll have 4 days off, and then I'll be doing another type of work. So unfortunately, you have to keep breaking down, and you have to keep chugging away at work. So let's have a look. Hopefully this is going to work. I'm hoping that this is going to work properly. I haven't had a chance to pull this apart and look at what's going on. So if you can't hear the video, let me know. So it says, clip 1, KJ's live. 1, there's loud static at the beginning due to KJ's incompetence. She accuses Gypsy Rose.
You don't want to be known.
She accuses Gypsy Rose of doing all the things that she has done. So let me know if you hear that.
I want to get that
Can you hear that static? That's pretty horrible. That static. Did you hear the static, or do I need to change the audio? I've also had issues with my bank. I've had all these sorts of issues, and it's been a bit of a tough week. Actually, it's also Are You OK Day, and so when I ask if you are okay, and that there is a community. Oh yeah, that's right. If you heard the static, then we've got sound. Good. That there is a community of people, particularly this community that I've built, that are all willing to help out if you need it. Please make sure that you reach out. I want this to be a safe space and somewhere that you can reach out to if you need it. But yes, it's Are You OK Day today. So please, if you're not okay, please reach out and find somebody to talk to. And if you don't have anybody, feel free to message me or send me a message, or I'll put my email address in here, and you can contact me at my email address if you need somebody to talk to, and I will, if I can't help you, I will find somebody that can. So that is my I'm going to highlight that. So there we go. So that's my email address if you get stuck and you need somebody to talk to. So let's get on to this. Listen to the static.
Hi, everyone. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Peter. How are you? Thank you for that information. Yes, for Are You OK Day. Yes, it's Are You OK Day today. Yeah. as I said, I'm better. I'm doing all right considering, but anyway, yes. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, but it's Are You Okay Day today, and there's a whole campaign about it. Are you okay? And so, the lawyer has posted the link there. Make sure that you check it out. There's a whole pile of resources there. All right, so let's get on with this. And if we've got time, I want to share some other stuff with you as well.
Oh, can you hear you talking?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
We'll have a private chat later. Yeah, we can have a private chat later. I can't share it on YouTube. I might be able to play it, although I'll get done for copyright again. But an Australian show called Have You Been Paying Attention actually mentioned the docuseries on Netflix, and it was quite hilarious. They sort of made a little bit of a joke of it, because when it's explained about a dance group being a cult, it sounds laughable. And yeah, so I'll see if I can play it later, but let's get through this.
You at all?
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Oh wait, I have to turn up my volume. So it sounded like when I first came in, it was mass static, and you're really, really muffled.
I had my headphones in.
Oh, maybe that's why, because I actually exited, canceled, and I also exited the app.
Oh,
and
she's wearing headphones now. Obviously, she doesn't want her son to hear what they're talking about.
And it still sounds like you're very far away and staticky.
Me? Right now?
Uh-huh. I have my volume.
Okay. Does it sound like that with now? I need people to know, like, can you hear me? Is it still staticky? I'll turn the comments on for a second.
Oh, she turned the comments off as well. So people were able to tell her, if you have the
Is it
comments
still
off,
staticky?
people can't tell that they can't hear you. She must have wondered what was probably she doesn't want him to hear. Yeah, that's true. Imagine if she'd done the whole live like that. Oh dear me. Oh gee, there's so much I want to talk about too that I haven't talked about. I just have not felt like him. But today's the first day all week that I've sat in front of my computer. So that's how it's been. It's been, like that.
Voice, it's fixed. It's good. Okay. Okay, I'm turning off comments again. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. I thought if I
back to 2019 KJ in her headphones. Yes, her headphones. There's still that clip going around where she's yelling at her husband. Oh, who was it? I saw that clip that reminded me of when when her husband knocks on the door and sheepishly says that she needs something, and like she's in the middle of something, and she huffs and puffs and literally throws it at him, and he cowers back behind the door.
get you off, maybe I could figure this out. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is, so last night I was watching Breeze Live, and
again, and she has to have a sock account because she's been banned from Breeze Live. She said before she's been banned. So how on earth is she able to watch Breeze Lives if she's not using a sock account? And what are those sock accounts?
Gypsy was on there, and so was Ken. And, I'm starting to get like it.
Yes, I do. I also remember him laughing, saying, "You don't actually tell people you're a journalist." Yes, I remember that too. That was so funny. Actually, you know what would have been even funnier is if he'd said, "They don't actually believe when you say that you're a journalist."
It boggles my mind that Gypsy Blanchard.
Oh, her mind's boggled. Oh dear.
who has, I don't know, 10 million people following her on her TikTok.
She sounds so jealous to know how much she's got. She's got these people following. I mean, she's back onto the Duggar trainer now, and digging up building codes and everything like that to prove that Jason Duggar's some type of criminal involved in fraud. I have no doubt she will have called the feds on him, by the way. Her mind is Adderall.
Continues to feel like she needs to interact on platforms where there's like less than 100,000 people, and why she feels like she needs to round people up to defend her. It's really a bizarre space, because I just need to be clear about something. If you're a content creator and you take your job seriously as an influencer, you don't want to be known for going tit for tat with people that criticize you. You have
oh, jeez. I didn't realize this was a comedy.
to be able to accept the fact that as a public figure, people will speak about you, and sometimes it won't be nice. When you make the decision to make yourself public, you make the choice to accept the good and the bad. This is really challenging for a lot of people, and it's why a lot of content creators end up offline, because they get into the mix of everything and they're like,
back to building inspector, pulls up notes from studying Brown's land. That's right.
I can't do this anymore because I don't want to constantly hear what a crappy person I am. I told Gypsy a lot that the worst thing she could do for her brand would be to continue to engage with Bree and to continue to engage with all this hate. She needs to be okay and accept the fact that people don't like her, and that some people will say things that may or may not be true about her, and she can't change everyone's mind. Also, I was very disturbed watching this live because, one, apparently people are passing around Gypsy's address. I don't know if that's true, which nobody should be passing around her address, by the way.
What, is she breathing very hard, or is she eating something or snorting something? There's something horrible going on.
And two, they started talking about Bree, Gypsy, and them started talking about getting content creators' addresses and digging into their lives and going after them, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So Gypsy is going to and wants to dig into people's lives as a means to intimidate them and harass them so that they don't talk about her. That's not what...
Can you accept the fact that not everyone likes her? Mirror, looking at. Can you hear the breathing? Like, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. There's something not quite right there, I think.
Normal influencers do. It's not. If you want to have fame and celebrity, the last thing you should be doing is engaging in what's like considered troll-like behavior. And she has a conviction where the average person, like say Conspiracy, might not want to fight a copyright claim because Conspiracy knows Gypsy will then use her information to dox her, to harass her, to cause chaos in her life. And maybe Conspiracy, who's a mom of 3, doesn't want to deal with that. And she has a right to that.
She's chewing. It's quite distinct from her slurping. You think she's chewing? There's something going on. What she's chewing. Does everyone know that Conspiracy is a mum of 3, or is that just something that Katie's just put out there? Because I don't, I would never say another creator how many kids they have unless they literally knew how many there were.
Anyone supporting that kind of behavior on either side it's just wrong. It's wrong. Gypsy's whole life is out publicly. Nobody that speaks about her is perfect. Every single person is flawed. Every person in this world is flawed. We all have shit in our backgrounds.
I thought she was going to say backyard, and I was going to say, yep, that she does. Who's his dog? Gee, I'm naughty.
All of us. Dottie Morgan, you can't come up here. Why would you want to come up here, Dottie? You hate me. That's just weird.
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard.
It's flawed. Every person in this world is flawed. We all have shit in
I haven't heard that name for ages.
our backgrounds. All of us. Dottie Morgan, you can't come up here. Why would you want to come up here, Dottie? You hate me. That's just weird.
But maybe she had some tea on Gypsy. Oh, some of in the background, literally, says Laurie. Well, I mean, most of our poo, you'll find in Canberra in Parliament House. Unfortunately, they make decisions for us.
Okay.
And also, why draw attention to that? If somebody's trying, you don't have to say, call them out and say, no, I'm not going to let you up. Just don't let them up. You don't need to make a big song and dance about it unless you want attention and sympathy. Because now everyone's going to go, oh, who's Dottie? Who's Dottie? Why does she hate you, Katie? Why does she hate you? You're such a cool, nice person. Why would anybody hate you, Katie? So she's done that so that she can start on the I haven't heard this actually, so she can get onto the sympathy train.
Katie, did you get my text?
No, what's that?
Oh, I can't say it out loud.
Oh, get my text. Oh, they're friendies. Oh, they're text. Oh, they're text buddies.
I didn't do that. Oh, they tagged them on my comments. Okay. Well, I can't do anything about that right now, Faith. I saw it though. Thank you.
I just wanted you to be aware.
Yeah, people tag a lot of people, so I can't necessarily okay. So
That's why they're having this private conversation now and not telling anybody what's going on.
Oh, regardless of what you think about any creator, everyone that's speaking about the situation has a right to say what they want to say, has a right to feel how they want to feel. And if you are a content creator that is for me, I mostly do reporting. Most of you know that a lot of my reporting has nothing to do with Gypsy Bros.
She mainly does reporting. She mainly does. She mainly does. I want to know. That's right. I want to know what was said, Laura. That's right. Don't leave us hanging. You keep me hanging on.
Blanchard. Most of my reporting is about the sister wives, the Duggars, cults, 7M, reality television. I've been either writing or digitally reporting thank you, investigative journalism for years.
She's now calling herself an investigative journalist. Oh, no. She's got a lot of pushback in the sister wife group. Yes, she is. And rightly so, by the way. And rightly so, in my opinion, from what I've seen. She's now an investigative journalist. Watch out, Peter. Four Corners will have Four Corners will be using her work soon, because watch out, Louise Mulligan. Kate Joy Paulson's coming for you. I could not put Louise Mulligan is an investigative journalist, one of the best investigative journalists in Australia. I can't even put those two names in the same sentence. Hi, Barbara.
7, 8 years. So all of us come from different backgrounds.
She got her live goal. She reached her live goal, by the way. No, they will get a Q&A and we forgot the next day. Oh, dear.
Reporting sort of like, thank you, investigative journalism for years, 7, 8 years. So all of us come from different backgrounds. My experience is court cases, true crime, cults. And so a lot of what I do is reading court records.
She is true crime as well, and she reads court records. That doesn't, just reading them doesn't mean that you know what you're talking about. And I might just also add that Louise Mulligan is actually a lawyer, a trained lawyer as well. So there's a lot of investigative journalists that are also qualified lawyers, for a very simple reason. And you probably know what that reason would be. Because that way they know where the boundary is and they don't cross it. And then when challenged, they have no problem going to court to defend themselves because they know the law, funnily enough. She's a highly skilled lawyer. Oh, I still can't believe that she has, the last 4 years, she has been to court records. She has been the court records people have read. And that's true too. That is true. Yeah, that's a good point. She has been the court records. She's been supplying us with court records, right? I can't, yeah, as I said, a lot of the investigative, I should only talk about Australia. A lot of the investigative journalists in Australia actually were lawyers for a very simple reason. So, because again, they know, and I mean, as much as you want to criticize TMZ, why is it that they don't get many lawsuits? Because the guy is a lawyer. He knows how to word things so that they don't get sued. Funny that, hey. Oh.
You know, reading all kinds of legal documents, and it's mostly challenging, but not the most fun. And I have to read stuff that I don't necessarily want to read and learn things about crimes that I don't want to learn about. But it's an unfortunate part of this job. And I got interested in this case with Gypsy because of my own experience as a mom of a child that has a disability. And as part of that,
She got what? Because her child can only get one wish, and Gypsy's had 3. Right. So she got interested because she's how many times does she have to put in the fact that she's a mum of a child with a disability? Did she watch the Paralympic Games at all? Because I tell you what, the Paralympic Games was inspiring, and they are people that don't let a disability stop them from doing anything. You know, so
I had a lot of compassion for Gypsy,
and a lot of them are more injured than what her son is too. I still can't get over seeing the guy with no arms and no do the butterfly, and he just used his legs. That was absolutely inspiring, and he broke the world record. And you know, imagine if he was told he couldn't do anything.
thought that everything that was displayed about her was the truth. I assumed that prosecutors and the police and that documentarians wouldn't be swayed by Gypsy. I figured there'd be truth in what was being told. I was completely unaware of.
Yeah, well, butterfly with arms is hard. Oh, yes, I know. I can't even. I can't swim very well. So the fact that this person's done it with just their legs I was inspired. And they break the world record. And as I said, I mean, imagine though what type of and you hear the stories of the people that have talked about how they were told they weren't very good and had no future and everything, and they've come out and they've just excelled in the sport, you know. It was just inspiring. I mean, in actual fact, there's nothing to stop her son from being able to compete in the Paralympics down the track too. By the way, they have categories for all sorts of disabilities and abilities. In fact, they don't talk about it as disabilities now. They call it all ability sports. Well, actually, that's why they have lifesavers. That's why they have lifesavers in the pool now, so that if you did, because apparently some people, you could actually, if you misjudge your turn, you could actually hit your head and knock yourself out. So that's why they have, and that's why they have, like, I know it's always, you know, everyone jokes about having the job as a lifesaver of the swimming pool, but it has happened before. It happens sometimes in diving and synchronized swimming too.
The amount of manipulation that Gypsy's legal team and family contributed to the overall public perception of her. And that's not to say that what happened to her is right, because it's wrong. What she went through as a child is wrong. But the prosecutor in this case doesn't excuse her crime, and the public shouldn't either. And Gypsy and her family want everyone to feel like she was justified in doing what she did, when what she did was unprovoked. Her mom was asleep. Her mom had liver disease, an enlarged heart, diabetes.
So you can hear V and Toad in the background too.
She had a lot of fluid. She wasn't doing well, you guys. Gypsy's mom was unhealthy, more unhealthy than Gypsy, and had spent more time in the hospital over the last few years of her life than Gypsy did.
I'm just speeding it up because I'm bored.
All of the medical, quote unquote, harm that Gypsy claims happened to her ended in like 2011. So even if she was, quote unquote, having Munchausen's, which I'm not convinced she had, I think it was malingering, even then.
Oh, now she's saying, now she thinks she's diagnosed as, now she's saying, I don't think she had that, because we know that we've got the medical expert here. Katie Joy, the medical expert, right? Was it you, Peter, that was keeping the list of all her qualifications? I don't know. How long would the resume be now? No wonder she can't get a real job. She's more qualified than anybody in a.
That doesn't excuse what she did to her mother. There's lots of ways to resolve conflicts with our loved ones, and we don't have to resort to violence. So with that, I learned that Gypsy is a big liar, and Christy contained her very well when she was in prison, very well. Once she got out of prison, it was harder for Christy to control her, and she became consumed with online content that was about her. So back in May, on May 25th, she contacted me because Nina was showing text messages between Ken and an undisclosed person, and Nina believed that the person that was sending the messages to Ken was Christy. The truth was, it was Fancy. It was April Johns. April had sent the messages, and I'm just going to start there because that's how our conversation got along to Nick, because the scheme involved Fancy, aka April, attempting to bait a woman to send messages to Nick.
Not exactly, but I have a list. FBI live detect. Oh, I did see a screenshot that there was a person. I have to see if I can find the screenshot. Maybe Reddit's got it. There was somebody in the chat called FBI Steve. Now that you said FBI, I'll have to see if I can find where the screenshot came from. But I swear it said FBI Steve. I mean, I did see that, and I did have a bit of a giggle. I thought, oh, he's around. FBI Steve's around.
To provoke him to say things that were violent. Okay. And they were doing this with the intention to try to interfere in the appeals. So while April claims to be on Nick's side today, you have to remember that this is what she was doing in 2019, actively interfering in Nick's case for Gypsy. And why I'm sharing this is because I never took these kind of steps. I never interfered in any cases, but Gypsy is using people to interfere in cases still to this day. And she's using friends and family members still to this day to defend her and to like threaten people for her so that she can continue to be famous. And it's wrong. So I'm going to show you my screen. I'm not going to bring up a lot of people right now. So if you're requesting, you'll just have to hang on until I'm done. I'm not going to be bringing up anyone else because you wouldn't be talking anyway. Okay. So I'm going to show you my screen. I'm not going to bring up a lot of people right now. So if you're requesting, you'll just have to hang on until I'm done. I'm not going to be bringing up anyone else because you wouldn't be talking anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. So these are the messages, and I have to be careful because of how TikTok is. But she said, girl, so Ken just called me, and apparently Nina is showing a text thread between Ken and someone threatening to sabotage Nick's appeals. Nina claims it's between Ken and Christy. No, he found the text.
Is she obviously sitting in front of her computer, obviously, and showing this on her screen? And of course, you can. Are you convinced that these are text messages? I mean, don't know. She interfered with Todd Chrisley's case, Tiny with her partner, but she doesn't interfere with court cases. That's right. Oh, boy.
And it's between him and Fancy, okay? And then these were the text messages that she sent to me. It says, these emails to Dawn make me want to vomit. I heard all the emails, though. Obviously, I haven't read them, but why is she so scared? No, you have no idea. Nobody knows what we have. She's been having our psych team help her write them. He's threatened her life times. It's gross. And I said, like I said, I've heard about them, but I haven't seen a single one. She emailed Gypsy about him, how crazy he's been. And she told me. So now we have his story in his own words and his dad's messages too, and they don't even know. It's perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything better. I just hope we can turn it all over to the DA and keep him from ever getting an appeal. Okay. And then there was this one.
Wait on. Who are these text messages from who to who? Not very clear.
And it says, yeah, she feels terrible about how she said things about Gypsy. It's been a lot of things in days. In days, Ken's nothing that has truly freaked me out. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. And now there's whatever. Okay. The Nick fighters. Do you see that? Have you seen the trailer? They call it.
Did she say it is whatever?
Been a lot of things in days. In days, Ken's nothing that has truly freaked me out. But reading these emails, oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. And now there's whatever. Okay.
Now there's whatever. That's not reading information correctly, by the way. That's not. I mean, I know that she didn't want to say the swear word, but you could just go redacted or ignore it like I do.
The Nick fighters. Do you see that? Have you seen the trailer? They call it for these Nick freedom fighters. So this is all Francesca Maselli, AKA April Johns. Okay. So she sent these to me completely like unasked for. And then I had to actually go through here and delete messages because she then proceeded to dox 3 of Nick's girlfriends by sharing their Facebook pages with me. So I have deleted those photos in here, but she has a habit of sending people personal information about other people that are unnecessary to share. Like she shares their Facebook profiles. There's no reason for that. But she wants that out there, right? And I said, oh, wow. And she said it's from June 2019. So then and it says, that's the real thread. She says, okay, thank you. The contact was apparently Fancy had gotten a hold of some email conversations between Nick and I don't know who, where he was threatening multiple people's lives, but I never saw the emails. It was in June of 2019. And so she said, Ken didn't remember the conversation until he just found the text. And I said, oh my God, is she intentionally leaving out Fancy's name? Because I wasn't sure where Nina got these messages. I didn't know if like Fancy or April had given them to her and they were like trying to frame it like Christy did that. Because stranger things have happened, you guys. This is the weirdest story. So I didn't know if she knew it was April or not. Okay. So if you guys are watching, if you could help tap, get me up. Okay. So.
And no, it's your job to get towed up, isn't it? I'm sorry. Sorry if you're eating. Oh dear. Help get me up. Is there something you need to tell us? I can't believe I said that. Oh dear. Oh.
Things have happened, you guys. This is the weirdest story. So I didn't know if she knew it was April or not. Okay. So if you guys are watching, if you could help tap, get me up. Okay.
Get me up. That's isn't it? Is that that's what Toad's supposed to say to her, right? I did go there.
So Nina's claiming Christy wrote those. She doesn't have the original text. It was altered. And so then she sent me more texts between Ken and Fancy. Okay. I've got emails from him to a secret source, nothing anyone's ever seen, that the person is working with our psych team to extract all the info about him. He's seriously sick, Ken, like scary sick. I can't reveal a whole lot yet because we're trying to protect our source, but it's super bad. I'm gathering all the info we are going to turn it over to the DA. So she was basically planting someone. She was basically planting someone in order to, and I have to be careful about how I share text because TikTok is weird about private information or whatever. So these are my text messages, by the way. So
it's a blue pill. Well, the text is blue.
They concocted this plan where this girl was going to befriend Nick and become his quote unquote girlfriend. And then they had a script they were using, basically sending him messages and emails, trying to provoke him to say things to her that were harmful. And then they were going to try to use these messages after baiting him to stop him from getting an appeal. So when April talks about how she's freedom fighting for Nick, and she was literally mocking the freedom fighters there, this was her literally interjecting herself into this case, trying to actually harm.
How is it? I know. How is that any different to her? Changing her stance on Katie. Remember, Katie changed her stance on Britney Spears, and then says, "Well, you're allowed to change your mind, but apparently somebody else isn't allowed to change her mind because now she's criticizing Fancy for now defending Nick, where before she was criticizing him. How is it that she's the only one that's allowed to change her mind?" I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, Peter, what color they are. I don't need them.
His appeals. Most of you know that I am not a Nick fan. I'm not a Gypsy fan. I'm a nobody fan. I think this crime is complicated and the people involved, all of them should be in jail. All of them.
That's right. She did change her mind on Jip Jip, but that's okay. She's allowed to, apparently. I'd like to say she's changed her mind more than she's changed her underwear, but that might be a bit of a stretch. Hey, I'm on fire tonight. This girl is on fire. Oh dear.
Gypsy should still be in prison. That's my opinion. But
she's not. You can't.
April's intentions have never been about anything other than whoever she can get information from. That's my opinion. And so when she and Gypsy fell out, then she turned her vitriol onto Gypsy. And now so Gypsy's so before she was attacking Nick all the time. Now she's attacking Gypsy all the time. It's really messy. It's completely stupid. But that's the backstory. Does everybody understand that? Okay.
Does everybody understand that? Well, she's got comments off and she's told her plebes not to talk. So now she's answering herself.
All these people want to come up, but I'm not letting anyone up.
All these people that come up.
I'm not letting anyone up. You can't come up. I don't know if you're accidentally hitting that you want to come up. Okay, but nobody's coming up. Okay, so
you keep on knocking, but you can't come.
All right, go back.
There's no shame in wearing Depends for these little elites or 16 hours of streaming. Oh. Isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to go there. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to go there at all.
So then I asked her if she could get screen recordings of the conversations to be able to show that they aren't altered and are from his phone. And she said I was walking through how to screen record, and I said thank you. I just learned how to do that myself, and I said it really helps in situations like this. I think I saw something about these. The other person was not visible, and she said exactly. So it's being put on Christy, and it was Fancy who did this. It makes so much sense. I knew Christy wouldn't say shit like that. And I said, how did she get these?
No one is coming up, even Todd. That's right. She's not letting anyone get up.
Nina is so messy. I'm sorry, Nina. Nina has me blocked, so I don't know if I should be sorry, because honestly, Nina's used my content, and she'll probably use this content without crediting me. And she's done this numerous times with me. So I stand by that. Nina can be messy, I think, can't we all? And so I said it was sent to her from someone somewhere else. I remember seeing it before Nina did a video. Okay. So then she sent me a screen.
Actually, a little bit more than a little bit. Do y'all remember the text messages?
Okay. So this was
from 2 days ago that I posted about Ken Urker. If you don't remember, let me refresh your memory. These messages are allegedly between Ken Urker and Krusty.
Krusty, every time I hear you started, I know I did. I started it. I went there.
See that? Right here and up here. Got it? So Nina was putting those out, and she was basically saying like Christy sent these to Nick, to Ken. And so she was making it seem like in Nina's video, which was insanely viral, that Christy and Ken were conspiring to interfere in Nick's appeal. But it wasn't Christy. It was actually April, John's, aka Fancy, that was doing that. Keep on tapping. Let's get to 100K. Okay.
Keep on tapping. I keep on tapping, but I can't get in. Oh,
and I said, yes, I did see that. I don't watch her much because she gets everything wrong. Sometimes she gets things right, but other times she gets things wrong. And I said, I wanted to show you the exact video. And I said, when he gets the screen recording done, send it my way. And I said, will do. She said, will do. And I said, why is Fancy trying to interfere in his appeals? Okay. So I had been told about this whole situation very briefly back in 2019, but I don't think I really understood the full context of what was happening.
I know Peter doesn't want to be talking to herself. And I'd like some other input as well, although Peter's great. Otherwise, we'll just keep having our private conversation, hey? Oh, dear.
Happening. And 2019 was a really crazy time because Hulu's The Act came out. I think, was that 2019? The Act was out in 2019. And so, and Mommy, That and Dearest had come out in 2018. And I believe Nick's trial was in 2018, 2019. So this was just a chaotic time. Gypsy was well in prison at this point. There was nothing going on with her case, but Gypsy's case was still, Nick's case was still ongoing. And the family was really adamant of trying to frame Nick as the bad one that manipulated. They wanted to do everything that they could to try to change the narrative that Hulu made where it looked like Gypsy manipulated Nick. They really didn't like that. It bothered them to their core that it looked like Gypsy manipulated Nick.
Oh, that was a drink. That was a gulp. I heard that one.
Okay. And she said, this was back when Fancy was starting to become unhinged. She was talking to Dawn Boker, that was the ex-girlfriend. And that's not a that's not a private name. That name's well known. Nick's girlfriend at the time. Dawn claimed and sent her emails from Nick that Nick threatened to kill Dawn. So Fancy took Dawn's side and wanted to make sure Nick never got out of prison. And I said, did Nick actually threaten her? And she said, I never saw the emails, so I don't know. And then she said, okay, I don't remember this. I got into the mix in 2019. And I said, I emailed Dawn briefly in prison, and she told me how harmful Nick was to her, and I don't have any of those anymore because of all the emails from prison are gone. Did he date Dawn outside of prison? She said no, and it says she wrote him while he was in prison. And she said, okay. I said, okay. This is the girlfriend after Dawn. So up here, right here, I deleted a photograph of someone that she sent me. So there was a picture of someone that I didn't ask for, completely unprovoked. So she says, this was the girlfriend after Dawn. She and I are actually friends on Facebook. They've been broken up for a while now. So Gypsy actively seeks out Nick's girlfriends and ex-girlfriends to commiserate with, compare notes, and get them all to have the same story as her. I just want to be clear. It's really weird. If this is your co-defendant, why are you seeking out his ex-girlfriends to be friends with? You shouldn't care. You should want nothing to do with him. It feels like she's constantly trying to put herself in Nick's life and insert herself so that she can influence what people think about Nick, so that her story can be that he was really evil and she would not have done any of this without him. And I said, what was her experience like with Nick? Then she sent me Dawn's right here. I deleted a picture of Dawn because I didn't want to dox her. And I said, that's Dawn. Both said that he was the same way with them as with me. He was controlling and violent. They came to me and apologized for not believing me. Do you see how she's like, this is how she talks to people about Nick. She makes people think that he's super controlling, he's very unstable, he's going to hurt you, he's going to threaten you. And so when you are around her and around the family, this is the only thing that you hear about him. And then she's trying to influence and reach out to and contact his ex-girlfriends. Does anyone else think that's weird? You can give me some hearts, send some gifts. We're doing, send some love.
You can send some hearts, send some gifts. Isn't that grifty? Shall we call her Grifty Joy? That's one thing I've never been really comfortable doing, is asking people for stuff. I can't do it. I just still can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. But anyway.
Show me if you think that's weird. Okay. And I said, the master-slave contract should say it all. And they did have a master-slave contract. And I said, did you know his stepdad was a registered SO? And that's true. His stepdad was a registered SO. And she said, this was Nick's girlfriend before me. And she said, no, I didn't know that. She is not. It was another ex. I can't remember her name. And I said, oh, she's the one that warned you. And she said, she is not. So in the span of about 10 minutes, Gypsy showed me photographs of 3 separate women that were all previously dating Nick. Are you guys still muted?
Are you guys still muted? They're not talking to her. So she's not happy now because they're not saying anything. Are you guys still muted? Oh no, there's Camille. There's her number 1 stan. Fangirl. Her fangirl. Oh dear.
Do you want us to pause?
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No. So is it weird that in like the span of 10 minutes, she is sending me pictures of 3 separate women and then she's claiming to have contact with all of them that are connected to Nick?
That would be kind of odd, especially if they're exes. Like, why are you going after a guy's ex?
Well, she's trying to get corroborating evidence to prove her story that he's evil. You know what I mean?
Purposely trying to cover all of her tracks.
Correct.
She can't, though, because it's all right there with her mom. So, no matter what she does, the evidence is there that she conspired with Nick to kill her mom. She's part of it. I don't know how else to say it.
Right, but the way that she frames it to the people in her life. So I'm trying to share this for twofold. I want people to see how she tells people about Nick and then how she's constantly like instigating and integrating in other people's lives to influence them. But the reason why Bree and Ken say what they say about her is because they're brainwashed into believing what she says about Nick being true. And then she's constantly making herself the victim.
They're all like a part of an echo chamber.
Yeah. And then they're not getting any other feedback because Gypsy's case is the only case side of the story is the only side that's told because Nick's in prison and doesn't talk and Dee Dee's not alive. So it gives her like a crazy unfair advantage.
I think I've got the one where Camille talked about liking Jeffree Star, and you should have heard the hammering she got. Oh dear. She said that she watched Jeffree Star. Boy, did she cop it from everybody. I actually felt sorry for the girl at one point in time. I thought, because I thought at some point in time, well, surely she should be able to look at who she likes. Who cares? Just because you think somebody's no good doesn't mean that nobody else thinks they're, mean that.
Insane. All right. I wonder if I turn comments on, do you think they'll be able to read it or see it?
I think so. If they can't, you can just turn it off. Like turn the comments back off. You can give it a go if you'd like.
Okay, let's see. Let me try this.
Oh, she wants to put comments on.
All right, I'll turn on comments. Okay. If you have problems seeing, just let me know. Make sure to share, keep liking. We're at 62,000. Send love, send for you FYP. Do you agree with me? Boring. Okay, well, you don't have to be here if you're bored.
Where are the texts with her? That's the thing. She's just shown, again, I could be really picky and say that that doesn't really show much at all.
Hello. That we've been talking about the texts. That's what we've been doing. Okay. So it's weird to me. Yes, these are my conversations with Gypsy. So these are all with Gypsy. These are our texts. That's our texts. Okay. So I said it's weird that Fancy would be his biggest offender now, given that she knows that he is harmful, which again is me like, okay, if he's this bad of a guy, why is everyone defending him, right? And she said, Ken doesn't want to screen record it because it's the same text thread that he's talking shit on one of my old buddies, LOL. I have no idea who she's talking about. I said, I only need the part, nothing more, no worries. So was she telling you? So why was she telling this to Ken? And she said, because way back then, Fancy wanted to keep in touch with Ken because he was dating me. I don't know if she felt comfortable enough telling him all this. Okay, then I made a video debunking the accusation, basically showing that the texts were between April and Ken. Yeah, so basically what she's doing is she's seeking out these women on Facebook because she sent me the Facebook profiles of these people. That's a really good comment. And yeah, she's seeking his exes out, trying to control the narrative by becoming friends with his exes so that they can corroborate stories.
She just admitted that she was quite willing to do the bidding of Christy too.
I don't know if it violates her parole because I don't think any of these women, I won't go on his panel, sorry. But see, I need to, okay. I forgot, what was I saying?
What am I saying? What am I saying? Hello, 20. We got 21 people now. Hello.
Narrative around.
Oh yeah, she's trying to control the narrative. Okay. The conversation started because of Nina's video. Okay, so then she shared my account. This was like when my account was really small because I was never on TikTok. And I said, oh yes, that's me. I said, let's see if I can get back in there.
Hang on a minute. Didn't she say she didn't have a TikTok account? And now she's saying her account was very small? Katie Joy, you shouldn't talk about Toad like that. Now we know why she's why she needs help getting up. Oh dear. I'm sorry, I'm still there. I'm still in the gutter.
Narrative around.
Oh yeah, she's trying to control the narrative. Okay.
Can someone get me out of the gutter, please?
Conversation started because of Nina's video. Okay, so then she shared my account. This was like when my account was really small because I was never on TikTok. And I said, oh yes, that's me. I said, let's see if I can get back in there. And I said, what's your handle? Because I was never on TikTok. So this is proof to you guys that I never was on TikTok. Look at my.
Hang on a minute. She had a TikTok, but she was never on TikTok. Okay.
This is my old logo. 7,400 followers, like old photo. This is old. Oh, is it against parole? You know, I don't think it's against parole because, and do not report her for this because none of these women speak to Nick. Okay. Okay, and this is like
the gutter is good. Well, you're there with me though, aren't you, Peter? You're in the gutter with me. We're having fun in the gutter. But she just keeps putting out. She just keeps telling us, you know, about Toad, stuff about Toad we don't need to know. I don't need to know that he's small.
I think it allows reposts. This is just me because I literally did not understand TikTok. I don't do TikTok.
Can you zoom out a little bit because they're saying that it's cut off a bit. They can't see the whole, like they can't see like her name. They can't see like the box. I think.
Well, I'm not because people want to screenshot it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to just let people screenshot something and use this because this is my conversation.
Oh dear, people can't see it to read it, and she's just whoa.
I literally did not understand TikTok. I don't do TikTok.
Can you zoom out a little bit because they're saying that it's cut off a bit. They can't see the whole, like they can't see like her name. They can't see like the box. I think.
Well, I'm not because people want to screenshot it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to just let people screenshot something and use this because this is my conversation. You all can see that it's Gypsy. It's not fake. Look.
You guys need to be more respectful. You can go to Bree if you want the facts.
It's not fake. I'm turning off comments again because this is too distracting for me. I can't read when their comments are in there.
Don't ask me questions. Don't tell me. See, I don't think they look like proper conversations. I think she's got it. Show us how she's done her data collection.
It's not fake. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because people are going to screenshot it. Then they're going to put it up on their pages and they're going to act like it's their conversation. They're going to misrepresent what happened and they won't credit me because that's what people do.
There's no names to it. I don't even know who the conversations are from. We've only got what she says the conversations are from.
Okay, so I was saying that, of course, happy to help.
So you can see Katie Joy's video and you can see Katie Joy, but who do you know? You don't know who the conversations. Tell me who's the blue and who's. It's just text.
This is just really, she's just really sloppy. And then I said it wouldn't surprise me. She's like, I've got millions of followers. It'll get seen. Thank you. Basically saying that she'll repost me. So this is showing you that she's like giving someone information, encouraging them to post what it is. And so then I shared what I posted and I said, not Ken peeping my post. So I just showed her that like Ken was he was in there liking it. And I said, LOL, yep, he liked it. I posted it to my stories for a second and it got 6K views and Nina saw it already. Okay. And I said, doesn't have a ton of views right now, 1,700. And I said, lots of people saw it on mine because I posted it as a story. And I said, oh, okay. And she said, so on my end, roughly 7K has seen it and probably shared it already. And I said, oh, okay, good. That doesn't show up on my video. Like, honestly, if anyone understands me at this time, I had never done TikTok. I had only a couple videos and I wasn't really into it. So I didn't know how it works. And I said, no, because it shows only on my end because it was a post from me, but I gave you credit. And I said, oh, okay, let me look. She said, I only wanted it in my story for a second to not give her too much attention. I wanted just enough to see it. So she intentionally posts this in her stories so that Nina can see that she was wrong and that the information is all out and she has the truth. Okay. So, I
cannot keep up with this conversation. Correct. Our conversations could like Linda sending text to Janet. It tells me nothing. I don't even know who she's talking about or having conversations with. She could have sent them all to it herself, as far from what I can work out. It's really bizarre. Oh dear.
Then
look, I've got a Mac, okay, but my messages don't look like that when I bring them up and want to look at them. So, and I archive them. They don't look like that. So I'm just saying.
Just going to move a little bit later because the next day I found the conversations of Fancy talking to Dawn.
Another drink?
It's weird. All these weird people want to join my chat that I've never seen before. Okay. And I said, I found this video of Gypsy talking to Dawn. Yes. And I said, oh, really? Wow. And I think I said fancy. Anyways. Nick sounds like a narcissist. And she responded, was it her call logs? And I said, she's talking about Nick's demands. And she said, and I said, making her go onto groups to start a freedom movement. And she said, whoa. So part of Gypsy's motivation online, just so you all know, is to counteract Nick's momentum that he gets. So her intention is to always try to tamp down any attention he gets and impede any progress he makes for getting public support. She doesn't want the public to support him in any way. And I said, yes, I think this smear campaign against you started by him. It's not fancy. He sounds sadistic. Again, so I'm like completely brainwashed and I don't really know up from down at this point. And I said, he wasn't mentally well and I can't explain it, but it's like he has such a strong emotional hold on his girlfriends. He made us feel like no one else would love us. So she's describing like emotional and psychological abuse here.
Hang on. they're using the word us. So.
And she said, because he's demanding all your time, he love bombed you. I guess two things could be true, but it's like, I think she's projecting, and I think she actually did this to him, but I got gaslit by her. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, none of this is making sense. I don't know. I need a can someone draw me a some type of diagram? Is it a Venn diagram we need?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Really? Because it doesn't to me.
Like she gaslit me, and it was like the opposite. So she was the one that actually love bombed him. And she said he knew the right things to say to make us feel like he loved us. I said, right, that he blames the woman for his actions when he acts out. He told Dawn that he would kill someone in prison if she didn't do something, and it would be her fault. Okay. And then this is like, look what she said to me. I'm not a celebrity. I'm Gypsy, just Gypsy. I'm not unreachable, unreasonable. And if you ever feel some type of way and you want to talk, I'm here. I forgive you 100%.
That doesn't even sound like Gypsy. That's what's funny.
I know, right?
She's acting like she's Kim Kardashian.
I know, right? Right?
That's not a good thing.
No. She told me that she and Aaliyah hadn't spoken since 2017. Oh, and then when she sued Fancy, she like texted me and she was like, Fancy's reading the lawsuit against her on YouTube right now. She's begging people to send her money to get a lawyer. So I'm telling you, she watches everything.
So do you. Switch from building inspector, we are now going to correct. Yeah, counsellor. Yes, we are going to counsellor. Counsellor Joy.
Yeah, she's not a celebrity. She's just the average murderer next door.
Yeah. I'll bring up Ethan. I know who Ethan is. I don't know who the rest of you guys are. I don't know if I can trust you.
Oh, Katie, if you see somebody ever by the name of Ball and then just the letter Z,
yeah, I know. No.
Oh,
I know who they are. I know. I'm aware. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. They're blocked.
Miss Bowles got called out again. Cool. Yes, Miss Bowles had a I think it was Miss Bowles had a interaction with Ray Shadow, and Ray Shadow apparently calls us all liars and all jealous of Katie's success or something like that. Anyway, she can find out for herself.
Okay, good, because I was just like, block them, please.
Okay, Ethan is not coming up. Okay.
You said you ain't going to put anybody up. Ethan's wasn't getting up either.
The certain person.
Okay, Scarlett's coming.
Ethan wasn't. Oh my God. All right. Here we go. Oh, Scarlett's back. There's Scarlett.
Okay, Scarlett's coming up. Hi, Scar.
So I wouldn't call her the one next door, maybe like 3-4 doors down.
What do you mean?
Faith had said that Gypsy is like the certain person next door.
Oh, okay.
She's that weird person you try and avoid.
Yeah. So what I've been trying to explain to people is that like what Gypsy gets joy out of is she loves to get creators riled up and she loves to get them upset and then she watches them melt down. Okay. I said, who is suing her? And she said, we are. So Gypsy's the one who told me. I didn't even know that they were suing her at this point. And I said, oh shit, do you have a copy of it? And she said, I hired Mike Stanfield to put a TRO on her. And I said, in Missouri? And she said, it's on CaseNet. Yes. And I said, let me see if I can get it. And then she shared with me April's video. Okay, give me a second to look through this. And she said, she's reading all the pages of the lawsuit on YouTube, the Good Wives Network. And I said, I don't want to listen to her read. And I said, trust me, I don't either. What's great is Mike is watching too. So they all just like watch and bait and watch and bait. She's such an idiot. I'll be a witness if you need me to. I'm reading. And
why is she laughing about the way that somebody reads court cases? She obviously hasn't heard herself read them. Because she doesn't read very well either. I hate to tell you, but
I only mean that because honestly, I knew all about Fancy at the time. And I said, I bet Mike, and I didn't have to be a witness anyways. I let Mike know she is pissed You see that?
You see that? Can you see it?
I've been the target of her, and I can definitely speak to a lot of the shit and how she actually approached me as an expert in your case after you fired her. And she tried to leverage this to get me to help her with me not knowing that you had cut ties with her. And I said, she's going to regret her actions. She doesn't even have the money to handle this. And I said, for sure. And her actions have contributed to all the this information about you. And she says, I know. And I said, Mike did a really good job with this complaint. I'm so proud of y'all for standing up for yourselves. It's been a long road. You have to remember, like, for 5 years, all they kept telling me was that she was like an evil witch that was like damaging their lives. And by the way, by no means do I like April. I think she's like a wild conspiracy theorist. But suing her is a kind of obscene now that I think about it. He's a good lawyer, and she makes it so easy too. I mean, if he was a good lawyer, he would actually know where to sue, what proper jurisdiction was. He wouldn't have filed it in a place where none of y'all live. I don't know how good of a lawyer he is. Just saying. Very easy. She's basically admitted that she's doing this because she's mad at you guys for firing her. It took a while to get everything ready for this. And I said, I am sure. They wasted all of that money.
How dare she criticize a lawyer when she is not a lawyer herself? Because apparently she's got the best lawyers, of course.
And this was one of the screenshots that was in the case. I want to bury her in a rabbit hole so deep. And I said, she's psychotic. I don't know what the context of that conversation was. If it was like a literal rabbit hole or if it's just like conjecture, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly want to bury her so far down the rabbit hole. I honestly think I dig enough, I could make her look so fucking bad. I don't think she actually wants to hurt Gypsy, but that does sound a little bit revengeful, you know? And I said,
no different to what Katie Joy's doing now. I mean, what she's doing is absolutely revengeful. I mean, let's be honest here. She's doing revenge. I mean, you've got absolute malice, in my opinion. She's being malicious, by the way she's doing it.
Oh yeah, that's for sure in the evidence. And I said, she's having a meltdown. Oh my God, she just said you didn't know who she just said, you said didn't know who she was. And I said, yep. And then she said, yep. And I said, oh my God, she's melting down. Fancy helped you be honest. This woman can't be honest. She said, LOL, I'm dead. So she watches people and then like enjoys it. And frankly, I was watching along with it too. I said, she's going between sounding like she's going to cry into full on rage. Oh my God, she's accusing an 11-year-old boy of a crime. Oh my God, she claims she didn't call herself the expert. She was having a bit of a meltdown that night. She does call herself an expert.
It's like she's sadistic. Like, I mean, we know that, but like she's really getting.
Yes, look at her dropping all the F. I know. She can be her adult self, can't she? Yes, she can be her adult self. So it's not. I can't find what I was looking for on. It must be on the Discord. So I'll have to open up the Discord and see find the screenshot that was on there where it was. By the way, the Discord 3 days ago, the Reddit 3 days ago has 16,000 people. So, 16,000 people. So, that's a pretty big, I guess, little haters, right?
Enjoyment over just torturing Nick, torturing Fancy, torturing everybody. It's like she really loves this. Like she makes this fun, turning everyone against each other.
Yeah. And, you know, to this day, April's like, you don't like me because of Gypsy. And I'm like, no, that's not true. But, and it's not true. Her own behavior is why I don't like her. But I kind of feel like the back and forth is like, I mean, I can understand April feels like she's kind of backed into a corner and like, you have someone who's a criminal with a criminal mindset going after you. So you're feeling probably like the world is against you. And then she has such a big platform and she's suing you. Why? Why is she suing you?
I just want to know like how Nick's girlfriends felt. Like she's reaching out. Like that is so strange. Like you committed this, you set him up for this crime. Like that is wild to me. Like we're just all gonna have like a tea party. Like what is that? She purposely set herself up in his life every way she could.
Yeah.
He has no idea. Like that's so crazy.
I know. It is crazy. Let me see if I can find the other ones that I have here. Hold on. Okay. I have another one I want to show you guys, but I need to find it. That
I'm
was
just personally caught up by the fact that like she watches all of these different creators
yeah,
about herself. Like
yeah.
That is so nice. She watches herself.
exactly. Like I mean, it'd be one thing if oh, you took a look at one point just to see what people were saying and then went on your little way. But the fact that she is so in depth watching every minute little detail.
Yeah,
like,
she's for sure watching this right now. I guarantee.
But like according to Bree, she doesn't care. She doesn't watch nothing. No, Bree, she watches everything.
She watches everything. She and Christy both watch everything. I'm going to show you more. I was in a four-way chat with her, Christy, and Vicky.
Oh, she was in the 4-way. Whoa, Tony.
I'm just gonna. I have stuff about the her gift registry.
I wonder if she does it on YouTube too. Like does she like go and look at people's YouTube videos that post about her, or is it just TikToks?
Oh, okay. I need to show something. So I want to show people something. There's been a lot of content creators that are sharing this text message. No, I'm sorry, this text message here, and this was sent to me by Gypsy unprovoked. Just so you know. Like, I didn't ask her to send this to me.
Scarlett, Jessie Bear's been there moderating. She was in the one that I saw watched the other day. Jessie Bear.
It's kind of blurry. It's hard, at least for me.
Okay. Anyway, a lot of people have been sharing that. Okay. Unprovoked, by the way. She just sends people things unprovoked for no reason.
I miss you, Snuggles. Are you freaking serious though? Like, what is this?
I know, right?
Ooh, next time he's on live taking a poll, I'm going to ask him, should we call him Snuggles or Mr. Snuggles?
I know, right? Oh. Then for some reason, Fancy was mad at Ryan Lee and was posting all of her messages with Ryan Lee. So then I sent that to in a text message, but I didn't know who Ryan was. So here's the thing. They were doing all this stuff on TikTok and I didn't know you guys existed over here. Like, I didn't know this was a thing over here, like at all. All right. Let's update here. I think I met my goal here. Did I meet the?
Oh, she met her goal. She didn't know it existed, but remember, she said she was never going on TikTok because of the Chinese or something, wasn't it?
Goal, I think I did.
You did.
So that's why I need to start a new one. Okay, I'm sorry. How do I change that?
It's a missed opportunity for someone not to make Ryan a jersey that says Snuggles on it.
I know, right? Someone make merch that says Ryan with Snuggles on it. Okay, let's do. I'm like, when I go through these texts, I'm just like, I can't even like understand what I was doing and why.
Been there.
If anything, like this shows that like Gypsy and Bree and like all their little camp will dox people. Like they're literally sending it to big, like, because you were a big creator at the time that she was working with. Like she's sending you all this information, these personal information with these girlfriends, Kens, Nicks, like everybody. Like she does not care. Like she's just doxing people left and right, but then wants to cry and think someone's trying to do it to her.
I know. When I saw,
I know he's not an ogre anymore. Now, yeah. Suddenly she's been nice to him. I know. Help with my goal. I find this gift inspiring. Apparently, she's looking for 25 hands. Apparently, worth 299 gold coins. By the way,
I saw her saying that she needed to. I was like dying when she said she needed to get extra security at her house, and I was like, "Oh my God, Gypsy, seriously? Like, people should be scared of you." Okay, so I updated the new gift. It's some sort of weird hand with psychic abilities. Because I see dead people. Oh, not really. Oh, never mind. Maybe she didn't mean to come up here. I don't know who this person is. Okay. Okay. So let me see. I'm trying to find. Okay, so here is her. Okay, so when she sued Fancy, I want to show you what she did. I did text TMZ to get ahead of it before even one word from Fancy. So I was in a 4-way group text with Christy, Vicky, and Gypsy, but Gypsy removed herself. But that's Gypsy. Okay. So when she sued Fancy, April, she literally sent the complaint to TMZ so they would publish an article. She instigated the press about the lawsuit to get ahead of the story and ahead of the narrative.
Gee, they're gullible, aren't they? She's got 4 of the 15 already.
She really does call the paparazzi on herself.
She does. And I don't think that's me.
I don't think that's me, she says.
Yeah, that's not me. Okay. And she said, this is the picture they used, LOL.
Compared to her highly edited one that she got to pick.
Right? And then Vicky says she looks crazy. Christy says, I'm sweating my ass off outside. And then she sends another one, Rolling Stone. Gypsy Rose Blanchard and family have sued a true crime content creator they used to work with. Now they accuse her of fraud and defamation. So Gypsy's the one that's putting out all this press about herself.
I didn't really, she's obsessed with herself. And she's the only thing she's saying. She's calling the paparazzi on herself.
Yeah.
She's repeatedly carrying her own name on her back.
I know. In the chat, send some love if you think this is wild.
Send some love. She switched chat off. She switched the chat off, and then she's saying, send some love, send some love. Unbelievable.
See, sends a link of an article on Rolling Stone about her lawsuit.
Hi, Vidandra. How are you? Welcome to the crazy town. Peter and I already, our minds are already in the gutter. So you're welcome to join us in the gutter if you like, Vidandra.
Wild.
Probably more issues for herself. And this isn't even publicity. This is just, she's purposely making things harder for herself.
Yeah. Where did
All right.
You know what's weird is the only thing that Vicky could say back is, I hate that they called her a producer. Like, not that there's an issue with the fact you're calling the paparazzi on yourself every 5 minutes.
Right. Okay, I'll allow comments back again.
Oh, she's turned comments back on again. What is that Apple signal? Like, is that an Apple box? Is that the floor? Like, is that an Apple box? Or is that a table? Or is that what is that picture of the Apple thing? Because it's nice to see KJ's. Well, she's talked about not letting, she wanted, I think it's what that KJ sent TMZ Amber's knife tape, but wanted to be paid. Yes. She keeps talking about people getting it up and getting up. So, yeah. What's that a picture of, you reckon?
I don't know who this person is. Okay. So I just think that's like...
Is that another screen?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard sues true crime content creator. So she's like literally contacting TMZ and I'm showing you text messages.
They want more. They want to see more evidence.
This is her. I don't know. Oh, you want more about her? Okay.
Hit the star next to the comment section to subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah, you can subscribe to my page. You can send some gifts, send some love to the host who's giving you all of this information for free and sharing this information with you.
Oh, I'm giving all this information for free. Katie Joy, giving it for free means that you're not making anything from it. You are getting gifts. That's not free.
Oh, you want more about her? Okay.
Hit the star next to the comment section to subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah, you can subscribe to my page. You can send some gifts, send some love to the host who's giving you all of this information for free and sharing this information with you for free.
It's not free.
If everyone ignored Gypsy, she would go away. Gypsy is a Z-list celebrity, for real.
Yes, Gypsy was making herself relevant. She was the only one being relevant.
Breeze Live, she said she bought a $25 app to see the level of hot she is, and she got a 6. Ha! I bet she spends all of her tea time watching creating news about herself, pretty much. Watch her get her own stint on Dancing with the Stars, for real. Keep on tapping, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna see here. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift.
Give your husband some love, KJ. I do think it does sound like Toad and V are having lots of fun in the background, though.
Gifts, everyone. Send some love.
Thank you, guys. I'm reading messages in the chat, so I'm sorry I didn't see you guys.
Okay, so she said, I hate that she's called a producer, and she said she started it and we're going to finish it. Oh, thank you for letting me cook, Britt. Thank you, Britt. Don't mess with the new Gypsy. She actually has the skills and support system to stand up for herself. Yeah, brainwashed. And I said, no, especially now that I'm a mama. So this shows you, this was June 3rd. I want you to see that I knew she was pregnant then, okay? She told me on May 25th that she was pregnant. She said, no, especially now that I'm a new mama. My little one is the size of a pea, but now I'm super Gypsy, LOL. And I said, Mama Bear. And she said, for real. I think you need to get a shirt, new merch. Fancy wanted to be famous and now she is, but not the way that she wanted. And I said, this lawsuit is going to make others think twice about the shit that they put out about you. It blows my mind what people say is, oh, here's Christy in her mouth. They can all kiss my Cajun ass. I'm probably going to go for a nap in a little while. And I said, that's always Christy's response. I'm going to nap, because it is. They exhaust me. Plus, I barely slept and was outside painting early this morning. And I said, I had no idea the medical records weren't part of the case. It never occurred to me that they were confidential. And she said, exactly, because I never went to trial. So you know what's weird is that she lets Bree show everyone the records, but she has permission to share them, but nobody else. Nobody else has permission.
I mean, that's not far-fetched either. You can, anyway.
Well, your hat.
Luna, I think she's referring to the trial where she got the plea deal because she didn't actually go to trial.
She never went to trial. She took a plea deal. Even though you say you were brainwashed, you do a great job of having people's backs. I mean, I was brainwashed. And I said, unbelievable. Okay, Gypsy, you got this. The people who have harassed you are going to look like fools. And I said, they're going to think twice. I said, I'm so proud of you for taking action versus getting into the weeds. Now just stay out of the comments on social media. See, I was constantly giving this kind of advice. Like, don't engage, just stay out of it. I know I'm going to have a good day. Ken is arriving tonight and we have a show to watch. And I said, the season premiere is tonight, right? And she said, yes. I'd been friends with Christy for like years. I don't know who you guys are. I don't think any of you are trying to come up here because none of you actually used to ever come up here before. I'm not letting you up if I don't know you. Okay. I still haven't watched an episode, she says. Came up and invalidated everything he was saying, so just said what that got blocked. I don't know what she's talking about.
Anyway, I'm sorry the hurricane has been... All right. So then we've got part 4. Oh, now she's talking about the promise ring with Ken's promise ring. I'm going to speed this up because this is so boring. This is actually really boring. Just not entertaining.
I don't know you though, Jamie.
She lets other people up.
So she put out a story, something about the ring and said that it wasn't true or there wasn't a ring or there wasn't an engagement. And then the very next day, a story was put out by TMZ, by Gypsy, that she gave Ken a promise ring.
Oh, that whole promise ring thing.
Yeah. So if you noticed the day before, Natasha said that wasn't true. Christy does that to intentionally discredit people. So she's intentionally feeding people bad information so that they'll look stupid and then people will turn on them. I tried to tell people that. I'm like, she's just going to use Natasha. And I think Faith, I said that on Saturday.
You did. You called it. We're already going through text. Everyone's just like coming in and like saying show the text like she is, but she's already also started.
Promise rings are for junior high. Hi, Jessica.
Hey. Do you think like, because now like all of the ones that I used to watch, I quit watching because they're all arguing now. Like my thing is are they initially starting it intentionally and now Christy's, because you know Natasha's the biggest mouth of the South. Is that what they wanted?
They want everyone to get
Her eyes. Is she making what's she doing? Is she making a cocktail? Come on, pretty mama. Come in.
So like their goal is to get everyone fighting, like is to turn everyone against each other and then trying to discredit everyone.
I was even telling my boyfriend earlier, like nobody's talking about Gypsy anymore or the trial or, you know, anything to do with the case.
Right.
They're all arguing or talking about each other.
I know. So Christy is like desperate right now. She has no content creators other than Bree really that are like riding for her. Everyone's left, like all of Christy's friends. So many people have left. She's desperate for any content creator to be on her team, but she hates Natasha. So she's never going to give Natasha good information. She'll use Natasha because Natasha hates Fancy. So she'll tell something to Natasha about April to get her all riled up. But yeah.
I was like, why did she pick Natasha? But that makes sense.
I heard that Christy said Bree was on her way out. Who said that? You know, Natasha's ridiculous. I have to say this. Let me just tell you something. Natasha acts like she had a come to Jesus moment with Christy about Bree, and that somehow this come to Jesus moment with Bree is going to prove that Bree's not good for them and that they're going to dump her. And I'm like, dude, do you have any idea how many people in their life have told them to cut ties?
She does sound like a bitter ass
with Bree. We've been saying that since March. You're not the first person to bring this up, Natasha. You're not.
Oh, interestingly, show us the messages that to show us where you said that.
Not the last person. It's not new information. They want Bree around because she does what they say. She follows their directions. And for anyone thinking that Bree is on their way out, let me just show you something. I actually saw this on Hello Starlights. Just gotta pull it up here. I screen recorded it.
See, it's interesting, right? She's complained about, she said, oh no, people are going to screenshot it or whatever and share it. She screen records everybody else's stuff.
And if you heard that Bree's on her way out from who, Natasha? That's hilarious. Because no.
Gypsy was in the, I actually got a little bit.
She was on, I know, I was going to say, she was on the live stream.
I know, me and KJ had so much fun last night. It was hilarious.
Yeah, we were watching this together.
I can't watch it. She blocks me.
Yeah, she blocks me and I don't do anything. All of a sudden, like I'll be in there for maybe 20 minutes and then all of a sudden it says, creators blocked you. And I'm like, for what? I'm not doing anything.
I asked a simple question about insurance, like allowing surgeries that should have happened. And then, I was zapped right then.
Yeah, hold on. You are just seeing a black screen right now. I'm trying to pull something up. So just wait. I'm sorry. I feel like if I don't do things immediately, people start getting testy. I thought I could find it in my photos, but obviously my cloud and my phone haven't synced with my computer, so I can't do that. So hold on.
You know, no need to rush. People can wait.
Oh dear, we've lost 4 people.
I have to do it directly from TikTok.
Yeah, it's no joke when people are trying to pin each other against other creators. And I've got a message saying, hey, you haven't been on Katie's live. What happened? Like, did you guys have a falling out? And I said, who the hell are you? I said, I've been at Rose City Comic-Con and Journey, and I'm tired. Like, even if Katie and I are falling out, I wouldn't be posting it. It's like, who are you? Like, there's no drama. There's no tea. I've been at events.
Okay, here, hold up. Sorry. I'm just getting this up here.
You know, you guys might think of the point as fighting on, you know, and personality than that I can just share. I mean, I guess in a sense, as an art, this for tour, that's all Kim wants to do. Us is that.
And Evie, to Gypsy, you said there's light at the end of the any other content can happen.
Okay, so hold up. For anyone that's trying to say that Gypsy and Bree are on their way out, Bree's never going to be on the way out because they like what she's doing. They support what she's doing. They endorse what she's doing. They like that she doxes people. They want her to dox people. They want her to harass people. Everything Bree is doing is exactly what they want her to do. So anyone that says Bree's on their way out is false. So I wanted to show you. This is from Hello Starlight. Undecided if Hello Starlight likes me. Depends. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she doesn't.
Again, she doesn't need to say that, to be honest. With the headlights,
She's on Marvin's live. She hates me. Okay.
There's more spaces out there with people that will probably be more receptive, you know?
Can I add to that?
I totally understand. Yeah, just go ahead.
So I feel like it was very because I watched the first time that Ken went on Morbid's live, and I watched the whole thing. I was there. I heard how well he handled himself, and like I respect him so much for.
Okay, so here she is admitting on Bree's live that she sent Ken to his live to defend her. And she was on there watching him do this for her. And now she's going to go on a diatribe about how she wants to encourage him to use his platform to speak for her and to share his story. Because Gypsy in many ways is like trying to use everyone as a flying monkey, but in a really weird way. She's almost starting like a cult of people to like defend her. And it's so weird to me. I don't know a lot of content creators that try to like rally people up to defend them. Like I always tell people not to defend me. Like don't get in the weeds, stay out of my drama. Like it's not important.
Oh, I've just read something about a couple that died within the couple. Is this any different to KJ trying to dox Rabbit? Well, it's not really without a lie. The wife passed away on the 8th of September and the husband passed away on the 10th of September. And it's a dual. That's the second time that I've heard that I've heard that happening this year, within a few months of each other. Actually, I've heard that where they'd been together for numerous amount of years, and one passes away, and then the next one goes. It's I guess it's a good way. Is it? So they're having a dual service, dual funeral service, which is interesting.
Also, want to point out that she does send bots into people's chats because they've had tons in here that we've had to like kick out, and she's also had people like Robin Farmer that she mentioned in there on that live come in here and get on the panel just to confess her loyalty to her, like some weird initiation, and then leave the panel.
When was that live where she was on there? When was it?
This was last night.
Oh, wow.
So you guys, we're at 100,000 likes. Keep giving. We're doing, I'll set a new goal apparently. All right. We're setting a new goal with corgis. Everyone send gifts, show love to the panel and to everyone on here for delivering content for you. Be nice to the host.
The opposing side, as we want to call it. But I agree with you, Bree. I really feel like
her friends come up. Her minions come up. Now.
Ken has a major platform now with his social media having grown substantially, that he doesn't need.
What social media does Ken actually have? Does Ken have social media?
They kicked, like when he first went in there, they kicked him out, like thinking he wasn't even real. So I doubt it.
He was saying that Ken has substantial social media.
I thought his account got banned.
To rely on any other content creator when he himself could be a content creator and have that power. And, you know, we just had filming with the previous season of our show. He has a TV show. He has major social media following. He doesn't need to rely on anyone's social media to have a voice.
Okay, if that's the case, so she's saying that what she's trying to do here is manipulate Ken to use his platform to speak about her while she's on someone else's platform because she won't say this on her own platform. Isn't that weird? I thought she has her own TV show. She's got an exponentially large platform. She doesn't need other people's platforms. Well, then why are you, Gypsy, on Bree's platform? And Gypsy, you know what? I'm giving you an open invitation right now. You can unblock me and you can come on my platform and you can yell at me.
She doesn't have the balls to do that.
I would love to see it so much, so bad.
Bree, unblock me and come on here and yell at me.
And, you know, we just had wrapped up filming with the previous season of our show. He has a TV show. He has major social media following now.
Let's get some more corgis, everyone.
Anyone's social media to have a voice. And so I think that given the right time, the right space, the right opportunities that come his way to share his story.
Okay, I'm sorry, look at that. She's almost like dangling the money at him. Do you not see that? Given the opportunities to share his story, when they talk about sharing a story, they're talking about money.
But what's his story? Like, he don't have a story yet.
His story is how much he loves Gypsy. It's your love story.
How to coach murderer.
She's very calculated. So what she's doing is she's telling him, like, you can start your own. You need to be a content creator so that you can speak about me. You need to be a content creator so you can use your platform to tell your story. But why, if she has a platform of 10 million, is she over on this page? Also, how come Bree has more followers than me? If you are not following me yet in this chat, you need to follow me because somehow overnight Bree got more followers than me. She probably bought them, which is really weird.
She's a bit jelly. Oh, we've dropped down to 20. We're losing people.
On sale.
Yeah. I don't buy followers. You can't do that. That's to this day, Gypsy is still unverified, and you all can like put me in the ground if I'm wrong on this. But the reason why she is still not verified and changed her name is because she lost verification because she's losing all of her fake followers that she purchased on TikTok. They found out she was buying fake followers. They stripped her from her fake engagement she was having on her TikTok profile. And so in an effort to get around it, this is how Gypsy thinks ahead of the narrative, she decides to change her name so that she would lose the verification for that reason. If that were true, why hasn't she received her verification yet on TikTok? You can pay for it on Instagram, but not on TikTok.
Watch Ken's channel have tons of followers overnight now because she bought them all.
And it's why she's losing thousands of people every day. She's losing, hold on, let me show you. Oh, hang on, you're gonna see a black screen again.
Well, I mean, Bree only had like 80 to 90 something. It was like a couple hundred, but then it went down to the 90 watchers when she was twerking as a cat for over 5 minutes.
I know. Okay, so I'm just going to say, so that's why I've been saying you can't pay for verification here. I know how Gypsy's mind works because I was friends with them. Like, she's always trying to think of a way to get out of a situation so she can paint the narrative in her favor. So I'm pretty confident she's losing followers and she lost her verification because one of the reasons on TikTok you lose your verification is if you do fake engagement. If you've noticed, some of her videos don't get as many likes as they do anymore because she's not doing fake engagement, fake comments, fake views. And to get around it, what she's doing is she's saying, well, I changed my thing so everything could be seamless. Username is really stupid.
Bree has gained 10,000 overnight, and how did they do it? Because she blocks everyone. Well, same question with Katie Joy. She blocks everybody. Oh, we're dropping lots of people, losing people.
Why would you do Gypsy Rose Media?
LLC.
Okay.
Yeah, she is really pregnant. That was a weird question.
This is her current. When I started looking at her numbers, like last week, she had 10,000,007. It was like 10,075,000, and now she's at 10,054,000. She's losing on average about 2,000 to 3,000 a day right now. She's still at 10 million, so she's still lapping. But is she? Because if she was lapping, why would she be on Bree's page with 44,000 followers? Right? Now she wants him to be a creator, right? I've already shown the text. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what TV show does Ken have?
None.
I was going to say, like, I thought Love After Lockup was kind of like 90 Day Fiance or
when I woke up this morning, Gypsy was at 55,000 or 56,000. She's lost over 1,000 followers today.
They don't expire, Tara. What happens is TikTok filters them out, and so they'll start getting rid of them.
So what they do is they start cleaning out the bots that are in your accounts. And honestly, almost all people have bots in their accounts because there's fake accounts that all people have. But there's a certain percentage of us that, like Gypsy, who would have a higher percentage than normal, or if she had a higher increase than normal on a given day.
I can't believe Miranda lost her blue check on TikTok, but don't care what the supposed person in the cult who needs help to escape. Yes. Oh, I saw some of her new content the other day. Gee whiz. She's and don't forget, her sisters surpassed her as well. You can't tell me who got the most benefit out of that documentary, by the way. That's interesting as well. I don't know that answer. I'd like to know how many she's bought.
The numbers are changing because she's losing followers. Okay.
Voice. And so I think that given the right time, the right space, the right opportunities that come his way to share his story of how we met, how our relationship is going, all of those details that he wants to share with people and in a sense, show them the light or the truth, he will be able to. Right now, it's just a complicated space and time and area right now. And I know how frustrating that could be, but just give it time and the right opportunities will come your way.
What is she even trying to say there? Like, what is complicated about right now? And she wants him to like spread the truth and the message about their relationship. Bree with no facts shared the live. Oh, too bad that Bree with the facts isn't in here trying to get into my live.
And the romantic why they met.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry you didn't get any notification. All right. So we'll keep that.
I know she wants him to share their love story.
He sent a letter to a prisoner.
I know she doesn't want him. This is what it is. Carmi says she doesn't want him leaving every day for a job. She doesn't want him working as a bartender. She wants him to be a content creator. Ken doesn't want to be a content creator. This live was last night. Blocked by Bree. all of Bree's like troll accounts are in here. She just wants him home because she's so jealous. That's absolutely true. He is miserable. She basically forced him to do this live, and he was so awkward. It was so awkward when he was talking to, like, when he first came up. He's like, I don't really know what's going on in here. I'm not really sure what happened here.
So Katie Joy is sitting on 40,000. Oh, I've just found the site that she uses. If you go to Talk Count, you can I'll put it in here, talkcount.com. Okay. Talk Count. You can put in a user's name in there. See how many parts are there? 5, 6, 7. Gee whiz, 8. All right, so we're halfway. Okay. Did we just do 5? Yeah, so we're up to 6, right? It's interesting what KJ always, until she's made to shut up, then moves to. Yes, well, that's right. So, yeah, so top count. So, according to.
Make sure you send the host some loves, right?
Hang on. Did she move on? Did she move that? I thought that was 6. Do we get onto that? Do we play 6 or not? I can't remember.
Well, I was going to say, Ken,
okay.
Thank you, Gypsy. I hope I'm not cutting you off.
Oh, you're fine.
I was going to say,
that you are willing to do, Bree, like everybody else, as far as their live and their viewers and everybody else in this live as well.
So if you go to top count, 40,845 followers. Katie Joy's got. So yeah, you can use top count to find out what they've got.
The difference between us is that we know Gypsy on a very personal level. We know her far more beyond the headlines and the articles and what people see based off of media. You know, she's so much more than that. She's got so much more depth and so much more personality than that, you know, there's so much more show than what people think. You know, people can formulate their entire opinion on somebody based off what they see online without actually having any real deep context, which you and I have, because we know Gypsy on a very personal basis. You know, and that's all that I ever try to show, I guess, is that, you know, you guys might think of Gypsy in this way because you've seen X, Y, and Z, but I know her on a much deeper level because I'm around her every day, and I have so much more to say than these headlines. And she's such a deeper person than that. She's an amazing person. Like, she's a very lovely person, and I'm very proud and happy to have her in my life. And you know,
okay, I have to say something. I don't know a lot of men that talk about their women like this.
Oh my! Oh, here we go.
They would if they could read from a script.
A Schmurder being lovely.
I do not know any. I don't know any men that talk like this about. He sounds like emotionless. He even called her that, like, he said, like, she's the love of my life. I want to defend her. Like, my husband has been like so mad about stuff that's been said about me, and he'll get online, and you can.
Oh no, she's.
Tell he like loves me by how he talks and how he gets like emotional. Like, Ken sounds like so dead inside. She's lovely. Who says that?
I don't know. That would freak me out a little bit. Like, another descriptive word, please.
None of my exes said that about me. She's lovely.
Yeah, I've never had anybody say that about me either.
That's funny.
My husband wouldn't be like that either.
And if, like, do you like? She's the love of. This is how it sounds like. She's the love of my life. She is so lovely. I have a story to tell. I need everyone to see Gypsy behind the headlines. I know that I love Gypsy. We have such an amazing relationship. I am the father of her baby. Everything is happy in my life.
It sounds like she keeps reading a script, to be honest, because that's how I sound when I'm on the phone with my job.
Right.
That's literally how I sound.
Yeah. It's
This is not going to last.
It's emotionless.
Might be opposing, or they may not agree at all. But if I could just share my perspective and somebody can understand, then that's the entire point. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind, right? You know, if that happens, then great. You know, but my goal is not to bring you over to my side. It's just to explain to you why I'm on this side.
You guys, we're doing corgis.
The way that I feel.
Send some corgi love. We need to hit our goal.
I think that matters. Like, I think that people are going.
Send some.
Oh, and Miranda just joined. I wonder if that was Miranda Derrick.
Somebody knows the true. So nobody can go back into that.
I mean, recently my father did the same thing. Right. My father had been on TikTok for the first time, and he wanted to battle with Top Dog Fancy. Didn't see that one coming at all. And he's like, I'm like, what?
Oh, there was like 100 people in this live. 100.
And if she was actually live, people would be swarming in to hear her, but no one did. So.
And her dad literally was forced to go online. He looked like a hostage.
He did. I was in that live.
He legit looked like a hostage. And Christy was probably like, had her pew saying, you better say everything right.
That horrible flu is debilitating. Again, that's going around school. That's why I'm wondering whether the migraine I had was also something else underlined that as well. There's just so many kids and teachers off at the moment. And the other thing is, next week's the last week of school here before a 2 weeks holiday. And I guess for some people it'd be like spring break because we're in our spring, 2 weeks holiday. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of recovery going on.
All right. Rod and Ken are not good at damage. No, they're terrible. Pink cloud, like a deer in headlights, exactly.
Her reasoning for doing that, I'm like, I try to ignore it.
Did she just laugh? Is that her laugh? I can't complain about somebody's laugh.
All right. Rod and Ken are not good at damage. No, they're terrible. Pink cloud, like a deer in headlights, exactly.
Her reasoning for doing that, I'm like, I try to ignore it.
She seriously said, I try to ignore it. Hold on.
Try. I think that was a try. Maybe she does try. I don't know. She's waiting for TMZ to get back to her right now.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta play that again.
Didn't see that one coming at all. And he's like,
you can't even, she's so lying. I didn't see that one coming at all. Hi, everybody's.
I'm like, what was your reasoning for doing that? I'm like,
what was your reason for doing that, everybody's?
I try to ignore it. Christy does her best to ignore it. We all try to just kind of keep moving forward. Like,
okay, but if you're trying to move forward, Gypsy, why are you in this live on Bree's channel with Ken talking about your haters?
We're not bullying. And if you can't be nice, you can leave.
Nobody's bullying. I'm like, she's being fake.
We're reporting. We're not bullying.
She's being fake. She's not suing.
That's report. Apparently, what she's doing is reporting. They're reporting. Okay. Oh, gee whiz.
Lawsuit got dismissed. She says that. Why did my dad do this? Well, because Christy forced him. What? Not Bree over there making fun of someone's medical condition. Not a good look, guys. Oh, is she live?
Why did you feel this need to do this? And he's like, because I've never took up for you on social media before, and I wanted the chance to do that.
Why does anyone need to defend her? Why? Why can't they just move along? This is why she's such a narcissist, because normal people don't care. Like, you just ignore it.
If she was such a good person, no one would have to defend her. And then if she was such a good person, her followers wouldn't be coming into other people's accounts and messaging them paragraphs and essays and trying to get them to retaliate, to say something, because that's what happened to me several times. And I don't appreciate it, and neither does anybody else. Nobody needs to stand up to anybody if they're doing the correct thing. If you're doing the correct thing, no one has to stand up for you, no one has to fight for you, no one has to do nothing for you. Yeah. You can be on your own. You can stand on your
I don't know how you fix it. It was, I think, I did it about, I gave only about half an hour notice. I don't know, unless you ring the bell. I think you when you subscribe, there's a bell underneath. I think you've got to push the bell, I think, for notifications.
your own 2 feet and speak up for yourself. You have a mouth, you have 2 ears, you're good. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else.
And you got 2 legs, you can get up and walk away.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like the last thing I ever would want, I always tell my followers, you don't need to defend me. If you see videos about me, don't even comment. Who cares? Move on. Like, if you like me, you watch me. If you don't like me, don't watch me. Don't waste your time and energy getting into fights with people about me. It's not going to make any difference.
I'm not petty in this situation, Ethan.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not bullying nobody in here. We're
No. Let's stop. Don't feed the trolls.
Don't feed the trolls.
Bree needs a good talking to, and so does Gypsy. They need to come up in this box.
So question, what is Gypsy doing when Bree is doing nothing? And I say that, and I'm bringing up like the dancing cat thing again. That was over 5 minutes where they just all sitting and watching.
Find out a lot, but people that have
So now she's going to...
Everybody type in TikTok shop in the comments, because I'm pretty sure that if Bree knows that we're on live, she's going to start mass reporting or sending bots like Gypsy pays her to do. So let's just make it a little bit harder for her.
You guys, Bree has 88 people in her live.
Oh, we have over 1,000. TikTok shop. You guys are amazing in the comments. Look at all you. I like all of you. So kind.
Oh, Bree's banning people who are in this live? Good. Maybe she'll block me so that way I don't have her popping up in my FYP. I am on EMS Talk. I love it on EMS Talk. I want to stay on EMS Talk. I don't need Bree popping up.
Right. For everybody that missed the messages, they were of Gypsy sending all of Nick's new girlfriends and ex-girlfriends and everyone he's pretty much dated in jail and out of, before Gypsy, or after Gypsy, sorry, and was pretty much doxing them and then calling Nick violent and pretty much going out of her way with Fancy to block all of Nick's appeals. And it was all posted. Everyone who's been here from the beginning of this live, seen all the evidence. And she
I wouldn't say it was all the evidence, by the way. I wouldn't say I saw. I can't say what I saw would convince me of much. But that could be just the lawyer in me. I have to see more. I have to see it in the original form. Hello, Lulu. I'd need to see it in the original form.
It's just doing ill. It's messed up. I don't want to get in trouble. So
Yeah, she was basically, she's like colluding with all of Nick's exes so that, you know, she's talking about Nick. She told me all this stuff about Nick. You missed it. It was all at the beginning. Sorry.
And that's disgusting behavior. Like, that is true narcissistic behavior if I've ever seen.
Yeah, for real. Like, she was.
And colluding with Fancy.
Wait, hold on. You guys keep talking.
Colluding with Fancy, aka April, to block Nick's appeals by having Dawn, Nick's ex, write him purposely to get information and to act like he's being violent and dangerous to forward to the DA to stop his appeals. And Gypsy was in on it, and so was Fancy, and so was.
Okay. I don't know what TikTok shop means, if somebody can enlighten me, because I'm a novice. Hey, Lulu, I think I said, yeah, so in my opinion, she does a lot more bullying on here than what she does on even her drunken Instagram lives. I mean, apparently Real Shadow said, oh no, we're reporting. Well, if that's reporting, then I have a big issue with journalistic standards.
All of them colluding against Nick, as well as Gypsy going and following all the girls that Nick was talking to in jail on Facebook, talking to them, making sure her theory of Nick being violent and dangerous was pushed on them, and just stalking him and doxing them. That's awful.
So we just lost a pretty good deal of followers or watchers right now. I'm not quite sure why, but if you guys can share,
They say to get in the for the For You page. Apparently, it gets you in the algorithm. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. Yes, and they've just dropped a whole lot of followers. So, is that what it means? Okay.
yeah, if you guys can,
it's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. It goes up and down. It's fine. It goes up and down. Probably because I stopped sharing stuff. You know, people get bored.
Yesterday was the premiere. Yesterday, my live. So I had a live yesterday, and it premiered yesterday. And so that was like the special, like they're pretty cool. They're pretty, you know, like the ones I get invited to the premiere. These are like the. But so just expect to see a lot of. Just be prepared. Let's just bring Sam. Just bring in Sam's on.
So Joe, get on TikTok. Say TikTok shop and nothing because we don't have that in Australia, of course. I can't get like I think I'm now up to 150 subscribers. I've got like 850 to go to be monetized on to be able to earn anything on TikTok. Anyway, yeah. But again, she's now oh, here it is. It's FBI Steve's. Oh, it says Steve FBI. We don't have TikTok in the US. I don't have TikTok in the US. You refuse. Well, I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, if TikTok is banned in the US, what's she going to do then? All of our social media has been censored or something. They're going to ban young people from. Apparently, I don't know how they're going to do it. It's supposed to be around PNs and everything, but all the data leaks and everything we've had in the last few months, I wouldn't trust the thing. You hope it's banned?
Okay. You're gonna need that. So, not gonna be the nicest showing, but I mean, it's
Brie thinks it's funny that I had staph infection last year. She thinks I still have it.
She won't shut up about it.
Does she not know that I got antibiotics and I don't have it anymore?
Really? Let's be honest, Brie doesn't know what antibiotics are.
And even if you did, like when you did, like what does it matter? Why is that any of her concern?
I don't know. But why, like, does she not understand, like, you can get an infection and take antibiotics and it goes away?
She's just being a child. That's what she's doing.
She has a road problem, but we don't see us talking about it again.
I wish she would just go back to her little doghouse with her leash when Gypsy comes back in.
People like her is immature. They belong in like elementary school and just keep them there because they don't know anything better. They don't know what to speak about, and they're trying to say something about somebody else so that way they can look better. But all they do is look stupid. It's stupid. It's stupidity.
You had it 3 times with cellulitis. Yeah, I got cellulitis on my eye last year. It was really bad, and I'm still dealing with like the scar tissue from it. But for whatever reason, and it's still like, you know, when you've had a big infection like that, you can have scar tissue for a long time. So I still have sort of like a bump on my eyelid, but she thinks that I still have staph. And I'm like, dude, I haven't had staph for like a year.
Why mock somebody for that? That's
It is like a Mean Girls panel. It is really Mean Girls panel.
very juvenile and uneducated.
It was so painful. It took 3 months to get rid of.
Let her get a staph infection herself and let her see how it feels. Then she could go talk about it with everybody else.
Well, she doesn't want anybody talking about Gypsy's medical issues, so.
Right. Only she has the opportunity to talk about it. Only she can have the facts. Only she can have the records. Only she can talk about it. But when everybody else is talking about something, she is the only one that can be talking about. Nobody.
Camille, gee, she always sounds like she's I have sped it up. But it's bizarre that
else can. Everybody's bullying. Everybody's doing this and that and the next. That's what I don't understand about people. These people are not good people.
Okay. Let's be calm. Let's be calm, Camille. You're getting riled up. It's okay.
It's just because the reason why I get riled up is because the things that she did, she doesn't deserve what she's getting. She doesn't deserve anything that she has right now. And there's so many people. There's so many people out there who deserve more than she is doing. And she's getting all of it. And she took things from children. She took Make-A-Wishes.
Well, some people feel the same way about KJ. For those in the US, I think TikTok is going away because parties are using it in this campaign. So click on. Well, interesting that but see, that's okay because both parties are using it. But as soon as they're finished with it, will they get rid of it? I didn't even see it, by the way. I didn't even watch any of the presidential debate. So I got no idea what happened. I was asked by Harrison who I was going for in the US election, and I said, Harrison, I have enough trouble deciding who to go for, who to vote for in Australia. I said, I'm sorry, if I've got no idea what I'm going to go for in my own country, I've got no idea about what's happening overseas. Oh, I think she is a Trumper, by the way, Lulu. I think I read that somewhere, that she's a Trumper.
From children. She took things from other people's pockets. You know, like she stole from people. She did so many unrighteous things. And now she's famous or infamous or whatever you want to call it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And I'm tired of her.
Everyone should let her live her life in peace. She won't let nobody else live their life in peace. She's still stalking Nicholas Godejohn right now. Won't let him have a relationship right now. Trying to block his appeals right now for a crime that she co-conspirated with and should still be in jail sitting right next to him right now.
Yeah, she's still like, she doxed to me her conversations with him.
So when she leaves everybody else in peace, they should be left in peace. But it's funny you say let her live her life because she didn't let her mom live her life, you know, the same.
True that. Well, I saw a video. She's going to try and support like Make-A-Wish kids and stuff.
No, she won't. No, that'll never happen. They'll never like it. They'll never.
No, I agree with you, Katie. I just saw.
No, they will not, Joe, because they both use it to spread their message. Neither party has raised this as an election platform, unlike Albo. Well, I mean, Albo's brought it up in Parliament. I see. There was a big debate today on the change in the Sexual Discrimination Act back to the original definitions of male and female, and that got voted down today. And that now I've got a question about the census. If they're going to have gender identity questions in there, does that mean are we going to have to answer, is it sex and gender identity, or is it just gender identity? And I'd like to identify as a bear so I can hibernate in winter, but I don't think they're going to have a bear on there.
That she said, I'm going to help and I want to do all these things. And I'm like, we all hate you for that. And Make-A-Wish, they don't want it. What kid? She was even on a live with a small child. And I'm like, girl, you should not be doing that.
Okay, here, I'll show you guys. This is Gypsy admitting to contacting Nick's girlfriends. I emailed Dawn briefly in prison and she told me how abusive Nick was to her. I don't have any of those anymore because of all the emails from prison are gone. And I said, did he date Dawn outside of prison? No, she wrote him while he was in prison. I said, okay. And I said, what was her experience with Nick? And she said, this was, and then do you see that spot where it says, this is the girlfriend that's after Dawn? Right, there's a space right here. This was a photograph that I deleted of a Facebook page that she sent to me of the girl who is a private person that she's sending to me, a content creator with over 370,000 followers. I deleted the photo, but why is she sending me? And she said, this is the girlfriend after Dawn. She and I actually are friends on Facebook. They've been broken up for a while now.
But we should quit bullying her.
And then she says, that's Dawn. And then see the spot right here? Her sending me Dawn Volker's Facebook page. Both said that he was the same with them as with me. He was controlling and violent. How is a man that's in prison controlling and violent? They never met him. They had conversations with him on the phone and emailed.
Yeah, like you didn't hang up at that point.
Yeah.
Has Gypsy been through enough, Katie? Should we just leave her alone? Somebody said we should
ignore. Let's not. I don't want to be like other people. Like, just ignore that. Like, they're leaving those comments to just provoke us. So let's just ignore. The number one thing I will tell people is, I know what happens to me, but like, you just have to ignore it. Okay. They came to me and apologized for not believing me. They're baiting. Thank you, Alyssa. All right. Oh, gee whiz. All right, so it's 5. So now we're up to 6. And we've got 2 more to go, and then I'm going to go to bed. Send those corgis. This was Nick's girlfriend before me. So again, how this is blank? Because I deleted again. Oh, Starlight said, I'm posting more clips from last night if you want to check them out. Okay, I can do that. Thank you for letting me know that you're okay with me sharing.
I just want to say one thing, because someone said just something in the chat. Katie does not make a lot of money on TikTok. TikTok is a service like to make videos and stuff. Live streaming and showing this to you does not make her any like tons of money. So no, this isn't about money for her. She's doing it to make things right, which she has said multiple times because she feels bad about even getting sucked into it with them to begin with.
All of the diamonds that I get in mine go back out to other creators when I watch their lives. This is about like interaction, having fun. My money is not made on TikTok.
And I can attest to that because she gave me a bunch of stuff when I was.
Yeah, like I love to give gifts to people. Thank you. Okay. So Hello Starlight said that she just posted some more. Let me just see what she's got up here. Is this one the new one? No, I think I just, oh, this one's new.
What happens if I go as a possum for Halloween?
Oh my God, Gypsy, it makes sense. You have a baby in the pouch.
I know.
Oh my God.
What happens if I go as a possum for Halloween?
Oh my God, Gypsy, it makes sense. You have a baby in the pouch.
I know. And people think that it's an insult to me, but my aunt has been calling me possum since I was born. And so I'm like, I laugh at it. I'm like,
okay, the aunt that she's talking about is Claudia, and Claudia hates her.
That's what I was gonna say. And possums don't have pouches; they sit on top of their mama.
And she's talking about a certain content creator when she says that.
Who is she talking about?
Naomi.
Because she's got possums in her hands, and possums do have pouches, right? If they get hit on the side of the road, you're supposed to flip them over and make sure.
But she's talking about Naomi, okay?
Because in Naomi's live, she has like little finger puppets that are possums, and she's got them named as Ken and Gypsy and the baby.
Oh God, Naomi's kind of weird though.
I see the resemblance. I think my eyes look like possum eyes, so I agree.
Well, make sure you hang upside down by your tail in a tree.
You can make a tail and everything.
Oh my goodness.
And make sure Bree gets to touch the tail.
Okay, you guys, can I just tell you, possums are so freaking gross. They play dead. They have like long noses.
Oh, gee whiz. She's a possum expert now. Well, it's interesting because I always thought possums were Australian, but there you go. Possums are a suborder of 70 tree-living marsupial species native to Australia. Oh, there you go. They're nocturnal tree-dwelling animals. She's KJ Irwin, yeah, obviously. And that woman was, possums do have a pouch, and they're in the pouch for 5 months, and then moves on, then things onto the back. Why am I even listening to these people? Because I'm doubting myself, because I'm sure possum's got a pouch.
And my dog caught one day when we were out like on a walk. And that thing was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Its teeth were like, he had a long nose, and they're so scary looking and gross. And it was just like plain dead. Justice for the possums. I know, I had to save the possums. They're nocturnal. Possums are so ugly.
Yeah, they're huge here in Washington, and not only that, but one of Bree's friends in the live, actually, I saw the whole story, and she saved a possum. And there's this, she'll sometimes just have the screen on showing this baby possum that she's keeping as a pet. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yes, plan to create. That's what they might be talking about, because I'm looking at possums here. Yes, opossums. They have the long noses. Yes, correct. Plan to create. The opossums live what I think of as a possum is different to what their version of possum is. So our possums don't have long noses. Are they? Oh, I think ours can be, but they also look very cute.
I saw her, she went through the whole story, and I said, please, this is disgusting.
We catch them all the time. I live in the country. We catch them all the time in traps.
Right.
Hold up.
What's more one thing you can do, like super costumes? I think you totally should, and like you should make a video of you in the possum costume. You know, that's the best thing when people think that you're bothered about something when you're not, and they're like, that's what actually I said that when I was at the dinner reveal. You know, we talked about this, and you're like, I think it's cute. I told y'all, like, she don't care about that. It's not that fun. It's so cute. I think it's cute.
Okay, you know what? Bree always has to remind people that she met Gypsy twice. Remember when I went to Jazz Fest? Remember when I was at the gender reveal? Remember when I told you that thing, Gypsy?
2 times.
Instead of calling the possum cute, why doesn't she just skip the middle and just call Gypsy cute? That's what she wants to do. Can we just?
And like, if they're such best friends, why aren't they spending more time together?
I think Lucky needs to be the mascot for your lives, Bree.
Hello, Mama Celeste.
We need to get
Koala would be jealous.
Well, you know what? What's crazy is I wish they don't have a possum on filter. They should
Canceled because of the storm. So blocking out this week.
always a hurricane. So
Yeah, the hurricanes were definitely blocking out this week. I was supposed to have couples therapy with Ken on Friday, but they canceled.
Oh, she's in couples therapy.
Not trouble in paradise.
And thinks it's a flex.
Should have got therapy with your mom before you went the wrong way with it.
Right.
She's in couples therapy. They just got together.
Would that even work? She's a psychopath.
I'll tell you now, that does not work when you're with a narcissist. I've tried, it did not go well, and I got away.
So
wait a minute, you were supposed to be, they got together, what, in March? And end of, April-ish? April. So they've been together, hold on, April to May, May to June, June to July, July to August. Maybe 5 months, and they're already in couples therapy?
They're not even married.
The live is from last night.
Together.
In fairness, it could be
It's so funny
preemptive, but
because
still, that is a little off.
she didn't try even to get couples therapy with Ryan, but she's in couples therapy with Kim.
What's wrong with going to couples therapy? They just started dating. If you're having problems in your relationship and you need therapy at the beginning of your relationship, it's not the right relationship.
Let's not.
She's still married.
Let's not forget that she wouldn't even go to normal therapy for the fact that she murdered her mother because she didn't need it, but she was just going to sign up for couples therapy with Ken.
Yeah, that don't make sense at all. That's what I was thinking just now. This is so sad.
The fact that they're in couples therapy proves what I've told you guys. is that they don't get along.
Isn't she supposed to be over the rainbow, like the first couple of months that you're like dating?
Yeah, you're supposed to be like in your like happy honeymoon phase. All you want to do is have sex, make out, forget who your friends are. You certainly don't have time to hang out online and worry about what people say with you. Like literally, I was in a bubble for like a year and a half with my husband. I don't think I saw anyone. All we did was hang out. Like he would come over on the weekends. I even watched football with him. Like I committed.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. She was in the bubble. They didn't go anywhere. So what's the excuse now? Peter, she's put us back in the gutter.
Committed.
The same thing with me. I was head over heels for my husband too. And like, I never wanted to talk to anybody else. Nobody even knew about what was going on in my life. Like,
I just wanted to be in my little bubble with my husband. We watched the draft. I would make him food. We would sit on the couch. Like, we weren't having enough fights because we were having too much sex, because you're like.
You think I'm threatening to leave Gypsy and Gypsy's promise ring in therapy? Oh, we don't need to know. We don't need to know.
That brand new relationship. I mean, she's pregnant, right? But still.
I mean, she's still technically married, and she's.
They were engaged prior to each other, and now they're trying to do it the healthy way this go around. Maybe I don't know.
Can we discuss that maybe couples therapy is code word for like conversion therapy for like Ken to like be a part of her cult, like some sort of like retreat to get him brainwashed?
So she's in therapy with him, but she's still not divorced. Hold on, I want to hear this again.
Therapy with Ken on Friday, but definitely blocking out this week. I was supposed to have couples therapy with Ken on Friday, but they canceled because of the storm. So
we know she was not having too much sex. Well, she was not having too much. We know that. No, because we know why, right?
Well,
but on the 15th, so Sunday is Ken and I's like original anniversary. So September 15th of 2017 is when we met in person for the first time.
So we're going to ignore your whole marriage.
Kind of like a little celebration. Nothing too big, probably dinner. But it's one of our anniversaries.
Wait, so we're going to ignore the fact that you had a whole marriage in the middle of that?
Because all couples need therapy. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It's this wonderful place to work.
That's be the next headline.
Yes, all couples need therapy.
For real.
Yeah, it's a parenting couples therapy. So it's called Rebirth, and it's this place in New Orleans that offers like couples therapy, but it's like a parenting couples therapy type of thing. So, I figured we're going through a lot, like with this pregnancy, I'm still going through the divorce. So I'm like, we're new parents. We're newly back together after a 5-year separation. And I'm like, I think that I'm very pro therapy. So I'm.
You didn't say that out loud.
Oh my God.
No. Not for the.
To seek KJ personal pleasure device. She needs that. What was that? What was that? Adam and Eve. Yeah.
Internet demoralized.
She's pro therapy.
Oh my God, that's so.
She is a possum.
Does anybody know if she's like the spokesperson for this place? Like, is she getting like PR, like some sort of like money from?
Did you hear her? She's like, well, with this pregnancy. So she's basically admitting they're in therapy because she's pregnant because she's trapped.
Right.
Did you not just hear that? Did you not just hear that? Hold on.
Katie, didn't you say something like Gypsy thought that he wasn't a good father, couldn't be a good father or something too?
Yeah, I gotta go downstairs. Sorry, buddy. I gotta go downstairs. My son's trying to sleep and I'm being too loud. Okay, let me get his iPad.
Wait, I see ankles.
I know you do.
Oh, look at those ankles.
Ooh, nice countertops.
Oh, you like my countertops?
Yeah, and your floor is so cute.
I want to see a cat.
Now you're gonna see my messy basement.
You have a dog too, right?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I want to see your puppy.
Oh my goodness, the creativity.
The dinosaurs. This is my super messy basement. Okay.
I would have fell over that gate holding the phone. Would have saved.
I'm sure.
Okay. Now I gotta get. Hold on.
No, there can be cats and dinosaurs and a puppy. It's okay. There can be all of those things downstairs.
I think my comment section's frozen because I'm not seeing nothing that you guys are saying.
Oh yeah, it's still going.
I think my side is frozen though. That's fine though. I don't need to see any of the comments.
Okay, hold on.
I love how we talked about her anniversary while still.
Hold on. Okay.
Do you have any plans for this?
Kind of definitely blocking out this week. I was supposed to have couples therapy with Ken on Friday, but they canceled because of the storm. So,
well,
but on the 15th, so And so we're gonna do like kind of like a little, I don't know, like a little celebration. Nothing too big, probably.
AJ's put on a few. Well, she did say that. Yeah, I think so.
Dinner.
I missed part one. Oh,
I mean, if you want to, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But anything you want to clarify or talk about, I mean, you don't have to. But I just figured you don't come up here often.
No, I'm just chilling. I haven't been like, I have not been in live that much. Like,
you haven't been on social media much.
Yeah, like a combination of like, I have my passwords to where I can log in if I want to, but like for posting and stuff like that, I'll make the content and then send it over to my PR team. They will edit it and post it for me, and we do that a lot on a regular. So if there's ever a time like I'm like in the live, it's me, but I'm probably not going to be there for very long. This is the longest I've been in a live for a long time.
she's lying. She is so lying. You know that PR company did not write that terrible response. It had too many grammatical errors. She's always on social media. She does have a PR team, and I'm sure they have access to her thing. But I want to explain something to you guys that don't understand PR teams. PR teams can post for you, right? They can do stuff on your behalf. But Gypsy uses PR like a shield to act like she doesn't do anything, so she can say, I'm not the one doing it. But if a PR is making decisions for you, you are the one, they're your customer. You're paying them. They don't get to do things unless you approve it. And none of her videos look professional or edited. It is Red Banyan. They do have.
By the way, I mean, again, let's not. She can't talk about edited videos. We've seen her videos.
Absolutely does have PR, but it's like for her to act like she has no control. That's not how PR works. They work for you. They don't control you. You decide. If they do something you don't like, you can fire them. If they give a copyright claim on somebody's channel and you don't approve it, you can fire them. They don't get to make decisions. Well, Red Banyan Red Banyan has a division that does social media management. So that's true. She does have social media management, but she's paying them money to do this. She gets a say. It's just another way for her to avoid accountability. Exactly. Okay.
I know. Well, I'm sure that many people are probably glad that she came up.
Yeah, and she can retract her copyright claims herself too. Exactly.
A lot of good things going for us, coming in the real life. We have a
of course, we all have our opinions and morbid, but I want to say this, while he's in the chat, for the most part, I find that they have been respectful to him. But my only issue ever is that the way
she pays Red Banyan $7,500 a month.
What is the other thing that she pays?
She pays Mike Stanfield $5,000.
Okay, yeah, he's the manager, so it's a manager and a PR team. That equals
and Mike has no experience managing anyone. He's a criminal defense attorney.
I'm gonna have Gypsy back regardless. So, and I don't like that. I hate when they speak about her that way, and it just drives me fucking crazy. But Ken just loves her, y'all, and he just wants to defend his girl, his lady.
Which I think that's very admirable. And I'm I think from my perspective, my perspective is very, reality based. Where a lot of times I'm kind of social media, what we don't see won't hurt us.
She's so fake. He's a small time comedian.
She is so fake. She's obsessed with social media. All she does is look at what people say about her.
So just kind of live in the present,
Oh. What just happened there?
Why is she speaking to Nick's exes? Exactly. Why? Why is she speaking to Nick's exes? Thank you.
Oh, that just finished. Oh no, I can't stop it.
So all of you guys that wanted.
Oh dear. Okay, so I need to just get out of this because it's stuck. It's stuck. Well, that's one phrase that you wouldn't hear from Todd. Oops, I've lost everything. Hello, I'm still here. All right. It was just so shocking, wasn't it? So that was, so that finished off 7. We're nearly done. I don't know what happened there. Something
grounded in reality. She's regurgitating what Ken said and acting like she said it. When I tell people she has no personality, this is what I mean. She's just pretending she's Ken right now.
One of the things that people like to perpetuate is that you can't get away from social media, and I will argue these points with people, and sometimes I don't because it's like
Ken also told her that he's trapped. Yes, everyone. I mean, he is trapped. I told you guys in July that Gypsy told her mom told Christy that Ken's too immature and she doesn't know if she wants to be in a relationship with him, and like they're unhappy no matter how much they both say she's the love of my life. Oh God, Naomi's here.
Worth it, but
I hate social media. If it was more than, if it was just my opinion alone, I would have already deleted my TikTok, deleted my Instagram, and went completely off social media.
She cannot say this with a straight face.
Really, Gypsy? You want to get off social media, but then all the money would be gone and all the fame would be gone.
Hold on. Okay, I'll replay that. Thank you, Hello Starlight, for this. Y'all, this is on Hello.
Forward to all of these milestone moments. It's going to be my first since prison. So, I don't want to keep my head in the phone.
Make sure you send those corgis and the love to the host for all the loves.
Make sure you send the corgis for somebody that keeps saying they don't make a lot of money. She's grifting a lot, isn't she?
Or on social media, I want it to be in the real world, and I want him to feel the same way. So we have had a lot of discussions about social media and about how to be more grounded.
Which is so weird because before in the same live, she was telling Ken that he has a platform and he needs to use it. She contradicts herself in her own. In the same live, she was telling Ken that he has a robust or substantial platform now, and they need to use it. And then she's saying we don't need to use it.
That was literally like 10 minutes ago. She changed her mind now, don't you know?
Yeah,
she's wishy-washy.
With ample amount of opportunity, right?
Yeah. And you never know what you're going to get from this, right? Like you never know the opportunities that are going to get thrown your way. She said that.
I used to do MLM research back in the day because it was such an interesting interesting adventure to go down. And the word that they use in an MLM is always the opportunity.
Yeah.
So, and when you hear that word opportunity, it's just a red flag.
Oh no, she's mentioned MLM. Gee whiz.
And I'm glad that you're saying that because one of the things that people like to perpetuate is that you can't get away from social media, and I will argue these points with people, and sometimes I don't because it's not even worth it. But
can we hold on? Let's go back to that. This was. Hold on. Look, this is.
We see that the tide kind of turned and it's all calming down.
You guys, this is Gypsy only a few minutes before. So
hang on. Did she say before she was grabbing her son's iPad? Is this her son's iPad that she's watching this on? I've just hit 160 followers on TikTok, by the way.
She's saying she's grounded in reality, right?
I was there. I heard how well he handled himself. And I respect him so much for addressing the opposing side, as we want to call it. But I agree with you, Bree. I really feel like Ken has a major platform now with his social media having grown substantially, that he doesn't need to rely on any other content creator when he himself could be a content creator and have that power. And we just had wrapped up filming with the previous season of our show. He has a TV show. He has major social media following now. He doesn't need to rely on anyone's social media to have a voice. And so I think that given the right time, the right space, the right opportunities that come his way to share his story of how we met, how our relationship is going, all of those details that he wants.
You know what is funny? Ken's story, according to Gypsy, only includes her.
Truly despise that name. Which one? Gigi, hello.
Did you just hear that? Ken has a story that he wants to share, how we met, what our relationship is like, as though Ken's whole life is Gypsy.
But his life didn't exist until he met her.
Apparently.
Only being a bartender is not really going to sell it.
And what type of following does he really have? Because the last time I checked, he didn't really have a following.
All I know is the people that aren't following me from this live better be following me because y'all, Bree has more followers than me.
Camille. Oh, yeah, there's a few of them, but it could have been any one of those on that panel.
I know.
Oh, and just for the people that came in, the recap was there was messages where Gypsy was texting KJ and letting her know that she fancy blocked Nick's appeals.
She mentioned, she called her KJ.
And purposely put a mole to mess it, like to write him in jail, to turn into the DA. So it was like a planned attack on Nick. 2, Gypsy calls TMZ on herself to keep herself relevant. Yeah. And 3, she has followed all of Nick's girlfriends since her, so the women he's wrote in jail, and has followed them on Facebook, has doxed them by sending their Facebook profiles and pictures of them, and has pretty much conspired with them to come up with the story that Nick is violent.
Yep. Faith is a great recap. She should have her own Katie recap channel. Just kidding, because it's not all about me. Faith, you really have a story. It's all about how you met me and what it's like
is being on this panel and how much I just love it.
Yeah, so what it's like to be on this panel, what it's like to be close to me and the substantial following that I've given to you and all of the fame you've received from me, because I've made you who you are, because that's basically what Gypsy's telling Ken. Like, I've made you, right?
Exactly what she's saying. And then turns right around and says, but we're going to go and be private because it's not all about social media, guys.
Right? Like,
the math is not
okay. So this was okay. So what I'm trying to say is, like, she's saying this all about how we're going to use social media and he's going to be a content creator. Okay. Then let's go to this part.
If you don't want to.
Also, I feel like it's me, but I'm probably not going to be there for very long. This is the longest that I've been alive for a long time.
I know. Well, I'm sure that many people are probably glad that she came up. They always like, tell Gypsy to come up.
Also, I feel like Ken makes me feel more comfortable. So if like he's in there, then I'm more likely to come in there too.
Yeah, I'm glad he came in here. I'm glad he came here and talked, because that's one thing I do want to stress y'all. Like, don't go after Ken for wanting to defend Gypsy. Like, the issue ever is that, like, but Ken just loves her, y'all, and he just wants.
So I'm like, I'm looking forward to all social media. What we don't.
Okay, so you just heard her tell Ken to be a content creator, right? Did y'all hear that? Do we need to do a poll? Y'all just heard her tell Ken to be a content creator, right? This is like less than a half an hour later.
That way, and it just drives me fucking crazy. But Ken just loves her, y'all, and he just wants to defend his girl, his lady.
Which I think that's very admirable. And I'm like, I think from my perspective,
in this live, wasn't she the one that said that he's impulsive and that they need to be a team? But she thinks it's admirable. Like, really, Gypsy? Because we got the proof. We got the proof, sweetheart.
So she said it's admirable that he defends her. But earlier, when they were talking about this, when Ken wasn't there, he was telling the chat that Ken is impulsive. She was talking shit about him when he wasn't there.
Reality based, where a lot of times I'm kind of like, social media, what we don't see won't hurt us. Right. So just kind of live in the present, live in the real life. Like, we have a lot going on. Like, I'm 5 months pregnant. We've got a lot of good things going for us. Coming up on a holiday here pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to all of these milestone moments. That's going to be my first since prison.
The holidays aren't for like 2 more months. So what is she talking about?
Unless she considers Halloween to be.
Yeah, I know, right? Another first, because she never had a Halloween. She never had a,
So, I don't want to keep my head in the phone or on social media. I want it to be in the real world. And I want him to feel the same way. So we have had a lot of discussions about social media and about how to be more grounded with reality.
And I'm glad that you're saying
as though he's the one that told Morbid that he needed to ground her.
Well, this relentless Gypsy aggression just because the Blanches decide to hire PH. Yes, I instead of using her. That's what it comes across as.
And she just said she wanted him to be a content creator 2 minutes ago. Does she even listen to what she says?
Do you?
Thank you, Amy.
I think Katy Perry had a song, Hot and Cold. I think that fits perfectly for Gypsy. Very, very, very bipolar.
Like, she's like, 1 minute she's like, oh yes, she just says to what the thing with the Gypsy is, she says whatever someone wants to hear. That's why she never means anything that she says. And then she mirrors what other people say to her. So Ken's the one that wants them grounded in reality, not Gypsy.
Inside prison, because the families would recognize me on Instagram and
here's Gypsy being famous again. Poor Gypsy.
Completely off social media. But a lot of people were like talking to me and in my ear, it's 10 million followers. Do you realize how big that is? Who cannot buy that kind of following? Maybe I don't know.
You did buy it, actually, that's why you're losing them.
What'd you say?
She said 10 million followers. You can't buy that. And I said, you did buy it, actually. That's why you're losing it.
How to be
like, she didn't even have 10 million when this happened. Okay. She didn't have 10 million. Okay. We already went over the text. You're like, we're 2 hours into this live, Shay.
More grounded with reality.
And I'm glad that you're saying that, because one of the things that people like to perpetuate is that you can't get away from social media, and I will argue these points with people, and sometimes I can't because it's like not even worth it. But
I hate social media. If it was just my opinion alone, I would have already deleted my TikTok, deleted my Instagram, and went completely off social media. But a lot of people were talking to me and in my ear, it's 10 million followers. Do you realize how big that is? You cannot buy that kind of following.
Do you realize she's never takes accountability for things? It's other people forcing her to do this.
Maybe I don't know anything about that. But
did you hear that?
I got that organically from the time that I could.
Okay. She's like telling on herself that she bought it. Check this out.
Instagram and went completely off social media. But a lot of people were like talking to me and in my ear, it's 10 million followers.
You guys quit with the texts. Like, I'm turning off comments for a minute. It's really rude. Like you're coming into a live that's 2 hours in. You'll see these texts again. Don't.
It's interesting. She's getting mad. She's a mean girl. Strange.
Interrupt a live when we're clearly onto something else.
Do you realize how big that is? People cannot buy that kind of following. Maybe they can. I don't know.
We already went over the text, Mom.
Oh, how dare you answer?
We already went over them.
I don't know anything about that. But, I got that organically from the time that I got released. Like, my social accounts blew up.
Hold on.
Instagram and went completely off social media. But a lot of people were like talking to me and in my ear, it's 10 million followers. Do you realize how big that is? People cannot buy that kind of following. Maybe they can. I don't know anything about that.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's what narcissists do. She just told on herself. Exactly. Yeah. And then you can hear that in her voice if you backtrack it. Oh,
wait. I don't know anything about that. Hold on.
I would have already deleted my TikTok, deleted my Instagram, and went completely off social media. But a lot of people were like talking to me and in my ear, it's 10 million followers. Do you realize how big that is? People cannot buy that kind of following. Maybe they can. I don't know anything about that. But, I got that organically from the time that I got released. Like, my social accounts blew up. And so there are people that tell me you'd be a dumbass if you would delete your socials.
I think there was nothing wrong.
Why? Hold up. Why? If it's organic, I just want to say something. If it's organic, if she deletes and she restarts, those people would just come back, right? If it's organic.
That's what I'm thinking. And also,
you notice she doesn't even have 1 million on Instagram now. She's got 690,000. If it's organic, you could delete it and all those same people would come back if it's organic.
Right, because they would want to, you can just pop up on your social media and say, hey guys, I'm here now. This is my new username. A lot of creators do that all the time, but she's not a real creator. She's not a real influencer. And she doesn't have
you guys, she's like Lily Jean of prison. You guys know.
Oh, really? Unbelievable, right?
Who Lily Jean is? She's like a fake influencer. Okay.
No, I don't.
The whole job would be, right now anyway, would be so hard. Like, I witnessed myself at Jazz Fest, the amount of times that people stopped you. Could you imagine working at Walmart?
The TV show, everything to see that happening for right now would recognize me. And even with my
she's too good to work a regular job because she's too famous.
prison job when I was in prison and I was working as a photographer in the visiting room. Like, I had to quit that position and move to a position doing warehouse work inside prison because the families would recognize me and want to talk to me. And they were all nice, but part of the rules was you can't socialize with other inmates visitors. Right. And so I couldn't stand there, take their picture, and then have a whole conversation with them. It was too distracting. So I had to quit that. So now things are considerably more heightened. So I just don't see that happening for right now. And everybody's like, she doesn't have a job. What is going on? Okay, by parole, I have to have a job. And my parole officer does count my book, the documentary, the TV show, everything that, even my social media, being an influencer, that counts as a job. So as long as I still have that is my income. That is my job.
Anybody would have done it. Anybody in your position would have done it.
No, oh my God, they wouldn't. Did Casey Anthony?
I have a question. So how does parole say that this is a job? Now, the book, I can kind of understand that, but she's not promoting it. But for disability, if I said, oh, I get money here and there sometimes, they're going to go, that's not a job. So
okay, thank you, Michelle. I'm glad. Yeah. I thought I would come back. Oh, come on tonight.
Heather says, and now she's flipping back saying that she needs social media. So we need to get grounded in the world. But now she's saying I need social media because this is my job.
It's not a job, though.
This is my job.
Well, you have like a bigger account though. You've gone further, but for her just to sit on TikTok and go live for people to give gifts isn't a job. You have an actual
yeah,
job.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm an actual digital content creator reporter.
She's a digital content creator reporter now. How many times has she changed her job description?
Yeah, she thinks that she's an influencer now, so she's probably thinking that yes, this is my job because she's like marketing for other people and doing other things on socials. But she's not really a content creator. She's not really a person that's out there doing things like content creators should. She's just there trying to bully people online and like doing nonsense things. This is not.
All right, this is the last one, I think.
Screenshots of Cody and Robin making weird things for all of my videos because everyone loves my Cody and Robin screenshots. Cutting clips, editing videos, doing all of the work for speaking on the videos, then publishing it, then making thumbnails and promoting it. Like, that's my whole day. And none of that has to do with me. All Gypsy does is exist. She's like, she takes a selfie of herself and goes, this is my content.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, every content creator I've seen, they
1 second. For anybody who's just coming in, I posted several comments up that have a siren on it to give everyone a recap since people have missed some of the text, but they did get shown. You can ask anybody else in the chat that's been here from the beginning since you're coming in like 2 hours late. But the recap of what the text said, they're between KJ and Gypsy, and it showed proof. And the recap of them are all right up there. To scroll up and find my comments.
And I want to say too, like my husband or my boyfriend, he's a villain. He got out. He had parole, all that. It's been years ago, but like it was more of they had to have a job, but also be a productive citizen. Like as far as a job, like she's not doing anything to make the money. It's like she. We don't concentrate on what's work behind it.
Just we aren't being defensive about showing the texts. We've already showed them. We spent like probably an hour on them, and we're now on to a different topic. I can't change the title once this goes live. So we're not saying I can't pin it. I honestly, I'm not being defensive. I'm saying like, okay.
Just like this opportunity, everything that you've done.
I can't pin comments. Like if I tap on someone, it doesn't allow me to pin.
It doesn't allow you to pin with people in the box.
Yeah, I can't pin comments, guys.
That you've taken, every opportunity that you've grabbed onto, any person in your position would have done the same exact thing.
I feel like it's not even like, it's not like the things that I'm currently doing, it's not circulating around the crime. My social media is about my life currently. My social media, there's not one thing posted about the crime on my social media. How am I profiting off of the crime?
Because the only reason you're famous, Gypsy, is because you killed your mom. That's why you're profiting off of it. Stop using the loophole. Nobody would give a crap about you if you hadn't killed your mother. You're nobody, Gypsy. All you are is a weird girl that wore Disney princess outfits that killed her mom. The reason why your following is falling apart is because you're not that interesting. People are figuring out you're weird, that you're a liar, that you have nothing obvious to, like, you have nothing of substance to offer to anyone. The only reason people pay attention to you is because you killed your mom.
I'm known for, I'm trying to change that. If people just give me the chance to prove that, hey, I can go from being known, infamous, to being known for doing something better with her life.
But what are you doing that's proving that you're doing something better with your life, Gypsy? Hanging out on Bree's channel, encouraging Bree to dox people, to harass people, filing copyright claims, fighting with anyone that talks about the crime, creating drama between other creators. What have you actually posted that's been positive, that's changed anyone's perception about you? What have you advocated for? What have you shown us? Nothing. All you've shown us from the day you've been out is drama. You're going to cheat on your husband. You're knocked up by some other guy. You're living at your parents' house. You don't have a real job. You're going live to get gifts on TikTok. And by the way, when I ask for gifts on my TikTok, I make like $50 on the best day. Not today, maybe 20 today. Gypsy's making $1,000 when she goes live.
You can't believe she said, and don't forget, I thought she said she'd make any money on TikTok.
That's why.
A lion costs around $600 almost for a lion gift in the box. And I looked it up the other day. And there's more that cost way more than that.
He doesn't get a lot of lions though.
Yes, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. And I am still finding, like, what is my niche? What is my purpose? When I first came out, I wanted to advocate. But, people like Nina and Morbid and all of these content creators slam me down. And I'm human. That's going to get to me. So what else do I have? Okay, I'm going to showcase my life. Putting on my makeup, doing my daily routine. Because that's what's fun to me. Now, is there time to get serious? Absolutely. But I'm trying to figure out the time and place and the proper way to go about that.
Okay, what she's basically saying is I'm trying to figure out the method and who's going to pay me for being serious. I mean, she's been out of prison for 9 months and she has shown us nothing.
She's gonna wait till the baby's born and use that as a cash cow.
And here's the thing. She didn't try to be an advocate. She did 1 or 2 posts and she got negative feedback for it because it had nothing to do with her. She did a post on Munchausen's, she's not a victim of, and then she did something for Amelia Bird, which she can't do because she's in prison, right? And then she's telling everyone that no one wants to listen to her. And really what happened was she's a narcissist and she didn't get the positive supply, the fuel she needed. She got negative fuel. And so she wasn't interested in advocating because people weren't fawning over her anymore. She's not verified on TikTok because she bought her followers. I will tell you guys that TikTok diamond app things that tell you how much you make are not accurate.
Well, something I don't understand is she goes.
I literally have a video on there. I have a video that has over 130,000 views, and I've made like $15. Okay.
You have a right to do that. Like,
Okay, so let's talk about. She changed her name because she lost followers because they found out she was buying fake accounts. So TikTok only takes away verification if you have fake engagement, break community guidelines, or you change your name. She said she would get her verification back very quickly. She's not gotten it back. You cannot pay for verification on TikTok. She has 10.5 million. She actually only has 10.1 million followers, and it's falling fast. She'll be at 10 million soon and going lower. She continues to delete videos. She deletes stuff that she thinks won't serve her, that she wants people to forget about, that it was a test, so that you guys didn't like that. So when she lost her verification, I'm sure she came up with this idea that she was going to change her username because the username is the reason why you would lose verification. She got her verification back on Meta because if you pay for Meta, they'll give you verification. You can't pay for verification on TikTok. So if TikTok takes your verification, she can just say, well, I changed my username and I'm just waiting for them to verify. Lifetime helped her with it. That's so bullshit. She's big enough to have her verification. They took her verification.
all that sounds is that when you, so you said you want to advocate.
TikTok takes verification if you have break community guidelines. Okay. It's a guideline. You cannot buy followers. You cannot buy engagement. You cannot buy bots. You cannot buy fake comments or likes. Oh God, I'm getting harassment and bullying. Oh God. I'll be back.
Yeah. There you go. She ended it, and I don't think she came back. I don't think she came back. So anyway, so just before I go, I wanted to show you a couple of things, a couple more things. Okay, so we're going to look at something else here. I had just downloaded, and I wanted to show you, I'm going to show you two things. Okay, so the first thing is this was a screenshot. So this was from the Discord, just so that you can see. This says FBI Steve. All right, FBI Steve. Or Steve FBI. The second thing I want to show you just before I go, this was this is a clip from a show in Australia called Are You Paying Attention? Have a watch of this, okay? So yes, it made this made it onto an Australian show.
Doing what I just absolutely love.
What's she talking about? Sam. Judging by that video, did she have to clean her room?
And they have all these people make up really stupid answers, by the way. Could I replay it? Yes, I can replay it. Is that there was a Steve FBI or something? Okay. Oh, it was Nikki's stream, was it? Okay. Oh, I don't know whether it was the same. Yeah. So my point about showing that is how it was. That was what the Netflix documentary meant on an Australian game quiz show called Have You Been Paying Attention? And thank you to Without a Lawyer for sending me that link, because I must say I did have a bit of a laugh about it. Anyway, that being said, I need to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. I will hopefully come on again soon, but look, I'll keep trying to post little bits and pieces. I still have I've captured another one of Katie's lives the other day. I got some of that. That was a bit of they've been bizarre. The ones that I've managed to see have been a bit bizarre. But yeah, anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you again. Please make sure that you hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell, and I will catch you again soon, hopefully. And until then, bye for now.